Hello, everyone. I'm here live. Happy Easter. Happy Good Friday to you all. All right, let's see who's all here right now. Jared Runner's here. Hey, man. How's it going tonight? About ready to get this thing started here in a little bit. I have it up ready to go on my TV. I have the YouTube on my phone right here, getting ready to go so I can see the comments a little better than I can right here on my computer. So, all right. Hello, James Boyner. How are you doing tonight, man? How you doing tonight, James? Hello, guys. We're going to be starting here in just maybe a couple more seconds. All right. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to start this. I'm going to make sure I have you two guys. You guys are both doing fine. Okay, that's awesome. Thanks for coming tonight. I hope you guys enjoy this. I know I look forward to watching this movie. Charlton Heston. We're right on the title screen right now. So, Yul Brynner from the Magnificent Seven. He plays Ramsey. And Baxter, best known for me actually from Batman the television series. Edward G. Robinson as Dathan. These are a great cast here. This is for a little trivia for you guys. This is the first epic that was ever produced in Hollywood. If we didn't have this movie, we wouldn't have had the likes of Lord of the Rings, uh, the what is it, Infinity War, Endgame. We would have had Zack Snyder's Justice League. So without this movie, we would not have gotten those fine epics. So here's where we're going. So there we go. I'm actually watching this. Let me know how the sound's sounding to you guys. If you guys can hear me, that would be great. And in fact, I'm gonna stick that one up for right now. There we go. Yeah, yeah. I agree, James. The score by Bernstein is amazing in this movie. I'm going through all the credits right now. All the actors and actresses that did this. By many sources, Prince of Egypt by Dorothy Wilson, Pillar of Fire, and On Eagle's Wings. So yeah, these were based on this material is comprised by that, but they don't mention the Bible, which is what this is. And Vincent Price, man, I love the fact that Vincent Price is in here. What's up, Jerry? How are we doing today, man? By the way, happy Easter to everyone and anyone who celebrates Passover. Happy Passover. We're pretty much celebrating Passover by watching this, so. Let me know. Can you guys hear me? Am I coming in all right? Is my TV, do I have to turn down my TV? Let me know. If I keep looking down, it's because I'm looking at my YouTube, like I said. Look at my YouTube right here, trying to get, just seeing all the comments and everything. We have 6 in here tonight, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't feel like you guys have to stick around for the whole thing, but I hope you guys do and enjoy the movie as I watch. Let's watch along. I'll answer any questions you guys may have about this. Sound keeps cutting in and out. Give me 1 second to try and do that. Here it is. Is that better? Is that better sound wise now? Is that better sound wise? Let me know. In fact, I'm going to see how the sound sounds on.
And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And from this light, God created
This is my favorite.
on earth.
This is my favorite religious movie. It's one of them. I would have to say this, along with The Greatest Story Ever Told, and Risen, and Passion of the Christ are some of my favorites. Sup, D-Ray?
Man took dominion over man.
What's up, D-Ray?
Were made to serve the conqueror. The weak
Yeah, thanks, James. That's awesome. Right now we're at the part of the movie where we are seeing all the extras playing the slaves, the Israelite slaves.
served with rigor. And their lives were made bitter with hard bondage.
And they're moving a big, like, sphinx across the sands of Egypt.
Into the lowly hut of Amram and Yoshebel, the seed of a man, upon whose mind and heart would be written God's law and God's commandments. One night,
Yeah. Thanks, D-Ray. 5 watching, 2 likes. Hit that like button, guys.
last night our astrologers saw an evil star entering the house of Egypt, meaning war. The frontiers
As the banner says down below.
the cataracts of the Nile. What nation would dare draw the sword against us? The enemy to fear is in the heart of Egypt. What? Hebrew slaves in the land of Goshen. I number my enemies by their swords, not by their games, high priest.
The quality on this 4K is actually pretty good. I just can't believe how good this is for how old this movie is. Yeah. Yeah, that is right, James. Like when they said based on the books, they didn't say the Bible in here, but yeah, they just mentioned all the scriptures that they opened in here. Notice the guards. Yeah, I know. It's funny because the 2 guards right here in Pharaoh's palace kind of have horns like this. I never noticed that before. Horns. That's yeah. And now they're killing all the babies because it's the promised one to free all the slaves. Is here now. Moses' mother and sister are placing him in a basket and sending him down the Nile River. Which is awesome because I've actually been on the Nile River and it's actually a cool part of history to actually be on that. Not there yet, Ken, but we will soon be. He's just a little baby right now getting put in the water. Is that the right movie? Yes, that is the right movie. Yes, he says that. He says it about a couple minutes from now. So. Yeah, Moses' sister Miriam is actually following the basket right now in the reeds. I'm sorry to hear that, Ken. I understand it's a very long movie, but it's one I like watching. James, those are some good religious films. Jesus Christ Superstar, Greatest Story I Ever Told, Prince of Egypt, Ben-Hur. You won't watch a Passion as Mel Gibson is nuts. But actually, honestly, that movie is kind of true. It's kind of graphic too. For real. For watching. I thank you all for watching. They think it's a crocodile. That's the weirdest looking crocodile ever. It's a basket. Ooh, I did not pick up on that in the credits. Thanks for letting me know that, James. Little bit of trivia. Yeah, I did not know he was the infant Moses. So one of my favorite parts of the entire story, where the Pharaoh's daughter takes Moses in as her own. I can only imagine how that one looked. But thanks, James, for sharing. But thanks, James, for sharing trivia. We have 5 right now, so hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for more of this, people. Yeah, I kind of remember that in doing the research for this. What's up, Tim? Watching a classic here on Classic Collection Movie Night. And now we fast forward and we see adult Charlton Heston as Moses. I gotta say, I love Yul Brenner's hair in this. The ponytail coming down like this, yeah. We have people talking back and forth. That's awesome during this. That would have been nice if you guys could have pulled this last night for an Easter movie.
Or the fact that you must marry the man I choose to become the throne. I am the son of your father. Who else could be your heir? The man destined to rule Egypt before me. Well, that's my father's. Not my son.
This is Classic Collection Movie Night. For those of you that are not familiar, I'm planning on doing a movie from my collection that's a classic and going to doing this once a month. So I hope you guys enjoy this.
Full eyes when I have put fear in the stiff-necked Hebrew slaves who build it. This I
Listen to James. After you guys are done here, you guys can go watch that over on YouTube for another hour.
Never have your crown. Or Nefertiti. Whether I choose to have my crown and Nefertiti.
Yes, I can see him.
Which is funny that they still call him Moses, even though that's a Hebrew name.
All the world he's come back to me. And all their shots are drawn by the beating of my heart.
Honestly, guys, say the 4K of this actually looks pretty cool. Looks like I'm on the set with them. There we go. Just taking a video of the screen, or a picture of the screen, sorry.
Even as the sun is exalted in the heavens. Welcome, my sister's son. We have heard how you took Ibis from the Nile to destroy the venomous serpents used against you when you laid siege to the city of Sun. My arms stay strong, your service, sweet sister.
Who is this fair young girl coming to the house?
Yeah. As of right now, Tim, I agree.
Tell you
I agree.
how I share her joy. No need, my brother. Great one, I bring you Ethiopia.
Yeah, I know those kind of got me too.
You have conquered, my brother. I bring the Ethiopian king and his sister in friendship, an ally to guard our southern gates. My son has dealt wisely with Ethiopia. Welcome as a friend.
Great king, I will ask but one favor of your friendship. This green stone from our mountains. I may give it to your prince of Egypt, for he is kind as well as wise.
It is pleasing to the gods to see a man honored by his enemies.
Such a beautiful lady.
See to their comforts.
Their southern borders are not safe because of the Ethiopians.
Right one, here is the full count of Ethiopia's tribute. Bearers! down the Nile 20 full barges of such wealth as you see here. Logs of ebony and trees of
All right,
fir,
James. Thanks for stopping by.
all for your new treasure city. Handsome tribute indeed, Bertha. Unfortunately, I have no new treasure city. You will have none. Shipwrecked slaves die more willingly than bend their backs in your service. Why? The believer deliverer has come from their bondage. Deliverer? You've been foretold by every falling star since my father's time. Now you make him an excuse to bring you to do my shit. I am not one to make excuses. Now, there's Moses in the city.
No, no. Moses away, please.
Or you, perhaps. I think our roots grow more softly on another roof. Stand before me, both of you. If you please your fair Lord, your wish is my will. And you build my city. Wise decision. Noble task. Fancies. Do you believe this slave deliverer is a myth? I believe is of no account. Matters. The slaves believe in him. And you too shall go to Goshen. Learn if this deliverer be a myth or a man. If a myth, bring him to me in a bottle. A man, bring him to me in chains. All that is written.
Little does he know he's standing right there in front of him as Moses.
Fragrances of the wine presses. You are the throne princess. By the Pharaoh's laws,
Shall marry. You,
Ramses might not agree with that idea.
setting my gone after me, so crazy these
Thank you to the three of you who are watching.
Be the prince of some desert province in our land. All Moses. Build a city for him.
Built the city, setting, answer for all the beach.
Nine. Now the flames are determined. Take your grave. Conqueror already conquered?
The first place I look for is the last I find.
Thank you, God, for your safe return. Aren't you afraid, Lady?
Intoxicating danger, mother.
Very early cat, my son. Never call him early. I'll be less trouble to him than to keep the slaves of Goshen. Goshen?
Uh-oh. Moses' mom is upset. Moses' mom is upset that he's going to go to Goshen. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe we'll find out the truth.
You've traveled enough. Bring those drinks up and get on. Yo, there's other swine to want us. Get those drinks back on. Here, water Lily.
My name is Lydia.
Here you are, Lily. And I want water.
Josh, I thought you'd never come down.
Water before love.
Does it take the whole Nile to quench your thirst?
No. Just your lips.
Nathan's eyes can see through stone.
Nathan is a vulture, feeding on the flesh of his own people.
When he looks at me, I'm afraid.
He touches
It
yours.
is one of those movies that it is rather long if you sit there and watch it from start to finish. But thanks for stepping in. Top three religious titles, D-Ray? When you mean that, you mean biblical movies, kind of like Ten Commandments, or just religion movies and all? Oh, that's a good one. Pure Hangout, that's a good one. Passion.
Nathan, the Hebrew overseer. Chief Hebrew overseer.
Oh, anything religious? I would have to say top three: Ten Commandments, greatest story ever told, and I Can Only Imagine.
And I would deny the word of compassion. Where is this would-be deliverer who would set the Hebrews free? Who can save mortal things?
That is a religious movie. It does have religious elements into it.
No doubt. Your brass gears and a ferret's nose. Use in your service, son of man.
So there's that one.
And then the eyes of a weasel and find this deliverer.
Okay, yeah, Fireproof is another good one. Because I played football, I like facing the Giants too, but not one of my tops. Just how they did some of this in a studio is amazing. You're this lady's stuck under there. I just don't get why she just doesn't cut off the thing that's stuck under there. It would make a little bit more sense. I agree. Fireproof is a good film. It's one of those better religious films that are out there. Because a lot of those religious Christian films don't get much praise or they're kind of cheesy at times too.
The old woman, Rose, you say where she is and you'll die in a lion's pit.
Joshua, run to the prince and beg mercy. Mercy from Ramsey. Oh, no, the Prince Moses there on the pavilion. for myself, or a sin. You saved old Yoshibel and me from death. But between the granite block.
Now that you found out a big dress between walls of stone. How will you say? The stonecutter struck the overseer. There can be only one punishment for the stonecutter. Blood makes poor mortar. No.
That is true. I work in the flooring department at work, and blood does make for poor mortar.
Get away! You bury the young woman alive in a tomb of rock?
Number one. Caught. I had not the strength to free myself.
Your shoulders should not bear it, my old woman.
The Lord has renewed my strength and lightened my burden.
You would have done better to remove them. They use the old ones to do the work of greasing the stones, Lord Prince. They are killed, it is no loss. Are you a master builder or a master butcher?
I love Vincent Price in here. Just makes that line a little bit. Just makes that line a little bit more creepy.
Their work lags because they are not fed. You seem strong enough. I am a stone cutter. The pharaohs like their images cut. Hold your whip. You notice death to strike an Egyptian? I know it. It just struck you. Why? Save the old woman. What is she to you? An old woman? Lord Prince, send him to his death. Man has courage. You do not speak like a slave. God made men. Men made slaves. Which God? God of Abraham. The Almighty God. Your God is almighty. Why does he lead you in bondage? He would choose the hour of our freedom.
Thanks for coming by Pure Hangout. I plan on enjoying the film.
There's no treason to want freedom. Release him.
Thanks, Jerry.
Difficulty with the slaves, my brother. None that could not be cured by a ration of grain and a day of rest. A day of rest? When your horses tire, they're rested. When they hunger, they're fed. Slaves go still and drink. My horses go the next narrow. Is there any grain stored here in Goshen? None that you would dare think, my brother. Temple granaries are full. Bring the push pole men and some women with baskets. I will. Great Prince. I warn you, Moses, the temple grain belongs to the gods. What the gods can digest will not sour in the belly of a slave. Push pole men! I swear you fall. I have the prince's orders. Let it two poles up. Bring 100 women with baskets.
Alicia, bring your basket.
Push poles, ready.
Love how the fact Moses tells him, "Hey, your horses are rested and fed, aren't they? After a hard day's work, so why shouldn't they?" And then they go to the granary and open it up. Just seeing how all these people act, I can imagine that this is truly how they would react. Almost looks like cribbage that they're playing.
There. My temples have your hounds of day. When they walk upright and feed on temple grain. Of course, you may read petitions against those from us. Well, the city's being built. I'm winning this game. uninterrupted this time. Before your city is finished, life is full of surprises.
That's right. Life is full of surprises.
Today I have one for you, my
Moses.
and friends.
Crocodile.
Jerry, aka Lowball Media.
You talk about using information for meaning emotions. Well, you know, towns are sometimes lost by smiles, and so is patience. Yours. Of the friends my jubilee complete. All but your proclamation for the marriage of Prince Ramsay. After hearing,
No.
I'm quite sure it'll be Ramsay. Who else will be the successor?
Moses.
Because of Moses, there is no wheat in the temple granaries. You don't look any leaner.
Because there's no grain in the temple granaries. You don't look any leaner. That's hilarious.
Lose your head, my son. I sent you the Goshen to bring me, the head of the jackal, who would free the slave. Where is it? Slaves do not need to deliver her now. Moses.
Is that a riddle?
Give them the priest's grain, one day in seven to rest. They call it day Moses. This man makes himself a god.
I prefer him as a man.
You would prefer him as Pharaoh.
Are you afraid of Moses?
Yes. Because now he holds Ethiopia in his left hand, Goshen in his right, and you, my Pharaoh, between them. Do you imply that you raised the slaves against me? I mean this father. Ambition knows no father.
Moses could no more betray you than I could.
You can tell me that when he arrives. He will not be here, my father. What? I sent for both of them. His word is that he cannot attend. He's being pressed by other matters. He has said, other matters? My escort. I will ride with you, my son.
Just the guy, how the guy puts up the sword like this and then down again.
Fine. Let's call yourself with your own gun if you try to turn Seth against Moses.
You would turn Seti against me. Remember, my sweet, that you must be wife to the next Pharaoh. You are going to be mine. Oh, my, like my dog or my horse or my falcon. Only I will nothing more. Just less. You will never do the things to me you would have done to Moses.
She has both Ramses and Moses playing.
You're a sharp, flawed, treacherous little peacock. It's your food for the gods. I'm going to have all of them.
None. Did you think my kiss was a promise of what you would have? No. To let you know what you know. God forbid.
Does that matter? You will be my wife. You will come to me whenever I call you. I will enjoy that very much. Whether you enjoy it or not is your own affair. But I think you will. puts too much strain on the stove. Need more sand. I'm going to risk it, Buck. Little time till the day of Jubilee. The stone cracks, you may crack with it. Ready for the signal. No panic. Summer is ready. Green panic. Ballot men ready! Ballot men ready! Green line, stand by! Ballot men ready!
How they got everything ready to go on here and use flags with the surveying system. It's actually pretty cool.
But now I have important things to do. Red pennant, stand by. So Ramses tells me. Huh? More important things than obeying my orders? You ordered me to finish this city. Strain in that stone is too great. We cannot wait. Red pennant.
Yeah, nah. I'm drinking Models. Not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Stone will break. There are 2,000 slaves on the ropes.
They're worried the obelisk will break, and they have 2,000 slaves on the ropes. Just how they did that scene right there and how they showed that coming. I heard it's like a miniature that they did, and then they filmed all the people in the front and then put it together into different frames. It's pretty awesome. That's actually, we can say that that's number 11, Jerry. To like and subscribe to BINBUSTER. Yeah. But I mean, that's it. This is a good movie to watch because it also gives us 10 things that every human, 10 rules, or lessons, morals that most everyone should abide by. Especially the last 6, if you're not very religious, that is. I got 3 more, Jerry. I got 3 more.
You could build an army, but I have built a city. 16 of these lions of Pharaoh will guard its gates. It shall be the city of Seti's glory. Are these slaves loyal to Seti's glory? Or do you worship? Slaves worship their god. And I serve only you. Let your own image proclaim my loyalty for 1,000 years. Ramses, this you call treason. Who would take a throne by force that is earned by deeds? This is Ethiopia. Your name shall be carved beside mine on every planet. Yours, Ramses, will be nowhere. But in my judgment book, you have accused your brother falsely. Come, great Pharaoh. He is the son of your body. I need no help, Moses, to hold what is mine. I decide what is yours. Come with me.
I think Yul Brynner loves the cape a little bit too much.
You lose the throne because Moses builds a city.
Yeah, that's true.
The city that he builds shall bear my name. The woman that he loves
We have a
shall bear
we have a little like Zamboni with a little fire hose.
so it shall be done.
On the next Cinephile Chronicles. For those of you that don't follow the AG Lives, that's a little thing Jerry tried doing. It was actually pretty good.
For my wedding night. Never wear it. Why no? Brought you a promise for a day. Go then. But I hear what this public old persimmon has to say. Well, what trophies of doom have you today? Then my marriage will never be. You've been drinking honey wine.
You prepare for a wedding that will never be.
There, I'd rather see you be betrayed. I want you to stay here. He is my son. Now all the things that he should try out to be good. No heathens on our
There's two of these in here. Did you eat in New York?
Ramsey has the blood of many kings. Moses is lower than the dust. One drop of royal blood flows to the earth.
That means that she'll be
Some slaves.
one or two like that.
Seti's
Who hatched this lie, Ramsey?
daughter doesn't believe that doesn't believe them what the handmaiden's saying.
Slave child tonight. Or son, Prince of Egypt. Finding herself to the truth. Pain, empty wound.
Yep, I remember that, James.
The girl led me to the Hebrew woman Yoshua. The child might be sacrificed. Take care of the flock. Come to watch me, Moses. You mingle the blood of slaves with your own. You will be my husband. I shall have no other. Then use this to wrap your firstborn. On the cooking line. Moses swallowed. Think I care whose son he is? Ramses is dead. Oh, tell him.
Yep, she revealed it, and now she's dead. Sup, Henry? How's it going, man? Just watching the Ten Commandments. Killed by Nefertiri.
You wanted your daughters to make a beggar of a prince?
I'm the beggar. I will be in your arms. Kiss me.
You're no beggar, my son. You're a conqueror. I'm your captive for life.
It's going well. I'm enjoying the movie like I normally do.
You will
I mean, we've had about 3 to 7 people on here.
will be your footstool.
A man stupid enough to use a neutral footstool would not be wise enough to rule nature.
I know doing this on like the weekend of Easter wasn't necessarily a smart idea, but it's an appropriate movie to be watching.
away.
Method must have walked that balcony 1,000 times.
This is one slave.
She was a faithful servant, too. One so rich and powerful, so poor. Kind of a woman holding me captive.
One who will be your wife. And a world will change everything. Under Ramses' princely plots and amidst evil lies.
You've heard men that grumbling all your life. Why should it upset you, though?
More like a threat to very good. Look, night's a cloud and star. The darkness are over forgetfulness. Some love that shimmer. Use the moon for a second.
She's a Hebrew god.
Never say drop.
Man that was not a Hebrew. Why did she bring this in?
No.
Yes, you do.
Moses finding the Hebrew swaddling cloth he was in. Interesting.
How could Ramses destroy it with a piece of cloth?
No, the body, but the body can. Yes. On the place every day.
It is not forgotten. What has this cloth to do with taking out?
Will make no difference between us. No, you don't.
Why did you kill Paulina, sister? If you love me, do not lie. Is it trial?
If you love me, do not lie. To an Ivy in battle suspension. IBS.
I haven't seen anything of one. You are none of the things you are not. The only
Did this trial that the knives have won?
Just the way Moses' mom, Pharaoh's daughter, said, found out that Mehmet died, and her eyes were like, it was actually pretty crazy. Because she mentioned, like James said earlier, that if she were to tell Moses' secret, she would die. The day she would die. She did. Uh-oh. He's going to Goshen. I had dinner before this, so really no snacks right now. But like I told Jerry, I got Milo's. Not sponsored. Should be though. Not sponsored. Yeah, I know. He was the one looking forward to this. Just remember, everyone who's watching, hit that thumbs up. Mm-hmm. It is. I'm very picky about my teas. Hot wise, it's usually Earl Grey for me. I usually drink a lot of green. And this is a 0-calorie sweet tea, so my sweet teas I'm usually picky on. My wife grew up in the South, and this is one she actually doesn't care. She actually cares for. How's it going, Cal? This desert god's the hope for the hopeless. It's funny because God is the hope for the hopeless. At least that's what the Bible says. Hey Mika, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, this is such a great film. I enjoy it. It is, Cal, especially the 4K transfer. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, meeting Miriam and Aaron and his mother.
I am your brother.
No. No. Hurry.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she is.
Secret's going on. No one need ever know the shame I brought upon you.
Change is there. Egyptian or Hebrew land still was. Same hands, same arms. Face that were mine a moment ago.
A moment ago you were hers. Strength in Egypt. Now stains of shame.
Shame and me. I feel shame. Erase the grit. This is the blinding time. Here I will stay. Find the meaning of what I asked.
He found his swaddling cloth
Quiet.
made out of a blanket that his mom, his real mom, actually had.
Put back your things for an unleashed.
Mm.
Stop moving. No.
Yeah, it's raised right now, Cal.
All the shit's complete. You just said it. Look at it.
He's realizing now that what he must do, that he is this deliverer,
Oh, stop moving.
and the,
Stop.
and the Pharaoh's daughter doesn't seem to be too upset about that.
Stop.
But they see the man.
And now his real mom realizes that Moses is the deliverer.
Making straw for the bricks of Egypt. Nor spare the arms that endlessly whirl the grain in the wind. Separate the wheat from the chaff. Wheat borne stolidly on the backs of countless slaves. From the heavy-laden Nile boats to the teeming shore. Endlessly they flock beneath the sheaves of wheat.
I kind of thought Blu-ray King or Roger was going to be here,
To the threshers.
saying he was watching along,
Grain saves
but
the
he also
wheat
said he had
alive.
family over, so
Bitterness
yeah.
to feed the slaves. And to feed the brick pits, straw. Carried on the bowed backs of women.
No, nice.
Down into the
Thanks, Mika.
never-ending valley of toil and agony.
Yeah, we're at the part where they're
Stretching mile
Bridget's
after
confronting his
mile.
mom and
An inferno of
doing
mush
that, so
where the treader's feet churn clay and straw.
making bricks out of straw.
For the Pharaoh's bricks. And everywhere the lash of watchful taskmaster, ready to sting the backs of the weary. Blades
Oh,
chopping straw,
the link for StreamYards, Cal? Is that what you're talking about?
chopping clay, a ceaseless cycle of unending drudgery. From the mixing feet of treaders to the pouring hands of brick molders, moves the constant stream of mud, the lowly seas of tall cities. Day after day, year after year, century
There you are,
after
Cal.
century. Bondage without rest, toil without reward. These are the children of misery, the afflicted, the hopeless, the oppressed. And he went out unto his brethren, and looked on their birth. What?
Yeah, it's one of those that I used to watch every year, and then got busy right around this time of the year for a guy to watch it a couple years ago, and
Our dashes, you old man.
just decided to start back up this year.
For 400 years, bringing music, the only deliverer that has come to us is death. And the word you bring, you.
Thanks, Mika. I don't know if I'm going to do this one every year at this time. But this year, Easter next year, I might actually do another Easter movie. So
You bring a warm smile with your cold water.
My smile is for a stone. Walk.
I thank you.
You know what? You are.
One of many who thirst. You there. Come here.
That is
hey,
the master.
hey, Cal, what's up?
Draw me as
Hey man, happy Easter. What's going on?
I'm thirsty.
Not much, man. How you doing?
I'm alright. Sorry I'm late, man. Trying to sync up now so I can catch up where you at. You know where you're at?
Yeah, we're at where they're gathering grain. Moses just found out who his real mom was. Shortly shortly after that. If you need the timestamp, we're about an hour and 11 minutes in.
Okay, cool. I'll learn 11.
Yeah. Thanks for joining, man.
Yeah, no question. I'm surprised this movie isn't on YouTube though for those to even watch it. You know,
Yeah, yeah. Well, I
but
know
hmm
it's a Paramount movie, so I believe. Yeah, I mean it's on Vudu. I mean it can be purchased on Vudu.
yeah, but being that it's age and that it comes on TV, but then again, that's probably why because it just got this 4K not too long ago, and and it's Easter time, so they're probably watching it like, yeah, we're not putting that out for free. You gotta pay for this.
Exactly. Exactly.
Somebody said it was on ABC last week. Damn, that was
Yeah.
early.
Well, no, because I think Easter's actually late this year.
Oh, okay. Because last year didn't this ran into Easter on ABC.
Hmm. Well, it's also today's also Passover,
Mm-hmm.
so I also thought this was appropriate for that as well.
Mm-hmm.
We're not animals. Real men. This will change your image.
Ooh,
Yeah, threw the spear right into him.
And you.
I think this is a beautiful part when he says, to see the deliverer. He asked God to see the deliverer before he died, and he
Yep.
doesn't even know that the deliverer's holding him. I always thought that was amazing.
With death, no my thing.
No, when I said the Queen of Egypt is beautiful, I was talking about what's her name, Sapphire. What's her name? Moses' wife, the lady from the monsters.
Oh, yeah, Yvonne
Yeah, that.
DiCarlo.
Yeah, she says that when she meets her. I didn't know where you were though at the time.
Uh,
When she walks in the room,
yeah,
she says
no,
the Queen.
Sephora. Yeah,
Yeah, Sephora. She says the Queen of Egypt is beautiful. I mean, I love Ramses. I love Moses, but boy is Miss Baxter incredible. She steals the show at times. She's really good.
I'm amazed. Well, like I said earlier in the stream, this is like the first epic that Hollywood produced, something on this scale.
Yeah, it shows. Cause I always used when I was young, I used to wonder which one came out first. Before I looked, it was whether it was this or the greatest story ever told, because Charleston Heston just he kept returning back to these type of movies.
Well, at that time,
Hmm.
these movies were not done with the amount of were regarded in such high regard.
Mm. I always thought they were considered what blockbusters are today for their
Yeah,
time. Like the next one after this, wasn't it? Was it the greatest story? It was 2 years after this, or was it 2 years before?
greatest story. I believe it was 2 years after.
That's a, I think that's a great one too.
Yeah,
Then he
I
did Ben Hur after this, right?
Yep. Then shortly thereafter went on to do Planet of the Apes.
Right, right, right. And Yul Brynner, people don't know he did Solomon. Is it Solomon and Sheba? Yeah, he did
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
One I still need to watch. I haven't watched.
I'm Yeah, this is so good. Like I said earlier, we would not have had like Lord of the Rings, Infinity War, Endgame, Zack Snyder's
Hmm.
just without this movie.
Yeah, and you guys gotta respect the religious films because there's a movie called The Robe. It was the first movie ever shot in
Yeah.
Cinescope. So we wouldn't have
Mhm.
a lot of things if it wasn't for The Robe, you
Yeah,
guys.
which is funny because if you guys don't have the 4K of this, at least in the Steelbook 4K, it comes with the 19. It comes with the code not only for this movie but the 1923 silent movie version, also directed by Cecil B. DeMille.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember the DVD I have it was a special edition. It had the 19 that the black and white with silent
Yeah,
film one. I
yeah.
never watched it, but I remember it came with that, and I always thought it was so cool. It was a nice edition. It was like a book, and it looked like stone when you open it up. Yeah.
I Yeah. Oh my god, this says in here. Okay, let me use the digital code. Let me catch this one at a later time.
If anybody has this code and you don't want to use it, I gotta put that out there. I don't have the code. Mm-mm. I applaud you for choosing this movie, man. A lot of people don't have the cojones to use this movie.
There you go, Cal.
Oh, for real, Jerry? Well, I would greatly appreciate it if you do. It's a top five movie for me.
That is true, Mika. I
Yeah, I love that they added that to the movie. It gives the movie a great dynamic. Those who aren't really religious, this isn't really Bible accurate as far as their relationship, but it's so
No,
good.
but I mean, they tell you what the books that it was based off of earlier.
Hmm.
So Prince of Egypt is pretty much what this was based off of.
Yeah, but some people aren't really readers, and they'll watch this and they'll think this is more, and
Hmm.
so. But kids. I mean, us as kids, we would probably believe that. I don't think I believed it, but it's such a good movie. You'll be like, oh, that happened. Some people don't read; they just watch TV.
Well, it's kind of like Ramses on how
Hmm.
when he leaves with Zipporah, when he leaves to go in the wilderness, it's Ramses who's Pharaoh, and then it's the same guy again later when he comes back. But that isn't actually how it accurate it truly is.
Hmm. Yeah, that's movie purposes. Story.
Well, yeah, yeah, and I also understood, yeah, because their relationship as brothers was more telling, so I understood that in the movie too.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the relationship. Being that this movie probably came out, you were probably a child when you first seen it, and then you've seen other movies afterwards because they've attempted this a very few times, and sometimes are been pretty good. But they don't really do this. I've seen after this, I've seen them the rivalry different. I've seen them hate each other more. I've seen them more of us love each other and a sibling rivalry for their
Yeah.
father's attention. So do you like this depiction or do you like the more modern, closer to the book
I
depiction?
I like a mixture of both.
Hmm.
I think this one, the fact that they were brothers, like they would have cared for each other, but there would have also still been that sibling rivalry. You wouldn't have,
Yeah.
because you would have the Pharaoh's daughter. Okay, this is your brother. Well, I'm the rightful Pharaoh, not him. So
Yeah.
they have rivalry that
Hmm. I think that's what makes this so good. Just like that scene, when he was like, I built cities for you. Why would I speak in treason? And it's like, and he's like, he said to his son, what did he said? Ramses, your name will be nowhere. You condemn your brother. Like he just that
yeah.
I don't know. The dialogue in this movie is great.
I I love Vincent Price.
Yeah, man. I
Such a
never
great
liked the
cat.
child though. I'm sorry. Spoiler. I'm sorry, guys, but I've never liked the child. The Prince of Egypt that died. I didn't like him. They died first in the movie, should I say?
Yeah. We're right up, Cal, right now to the scene with John Derek and Vincent Price. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, the guy who plays Joshua is John Derek. That's the father of Bo Derek from 10. Little trivia right
Oh
there.
no, I didn't know that. That would have been good trivia for last night.
Yeah.
For that question.
Hmm.
You,
Well,
but
that was already stated earlier that Tim wishes that, that this was pulled last night.
how about this, D-Ray? Here's an exclusive. Don't thank me now. Do a whole 9 questions on relation, like theme. They all got to be related movies. Mm,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
So yeah, the 10 Commandments in 10. Yeah, there you go. There's a relation.
Do you think Charlton Heston's performance is the best here, or do you think he has another Bible epic as far as Bible movies? Do you think this is his strongest one as
I think
far as
this is
performance?
stronger. Yeah,
Okay, because
this
I'm
is way
sure
stronger.
it's frankly his biggest. But do you think like acting wise it's his strongest?
Yeah,
Okay, because I liked him as John the Baptist too.
I completely forgot that Vincent Price was the one. That Baca or Vincent Price was the one that dies in here. He's the one that Moses kills.
Until you said that, I didn't realize that was him,
Yeah,
the Taskmaster.
yeah, yeah. A good taskmaster. Let's put it that way. Unlike the Marvel one we got.
I was going to say a good one. It might be the worst one. Yeah, I know what you mean.
You are the chosen one. I know nothing of your God. He knows you, Moses. He has brought you to us. You cannot turn your back upon him.
Yeah, I love Edward G. Robinson's character in here too.
The finger of God points the way to you.
Oh, he's a show stealer too, man. He's pure comedy at times.
Hmm.
He's so conniving. He's a weasel. When the guy he says, what he says, I'm gonna take him and lead him back to Pharaoh. Like he was saying something like, you're gonna lead him back to slavery. Like he said that proud. I was like, okay.
You You know what's funny? I said this
Yeah.
earlier. When he was in his Egyptian year in the palace, Yul Brenner,
Mm.
he enjoyed playing with the cape. You kept seeing him throw it around his body.
Yeah,
You could tell he was enjoying wearing that cape.
man. You want to hear something, man? Personally, I love the costumes, man. Always did. I'm amazed by the colors of them, and especially now. Look how they pop in this 4K. It's just,
Well,
and my
like I was
parents did too. They love the outfits of all of them.
like I was saying in this 4K, it almost feels like we're there as they're filming this because it looks that way.
Hmm. Like even, I mean, we're not that far, but when when just how the blues, I guess you've passed that. The blues in Pharaoh's, like I don't know, man. Even the blues when he goes to kill the slaves or bring them back, the blue in his
Yeah.
hat, just the colors are so vibrant. They're crazy, man. Because I remember people don't even get it. See, we're in 4K now, but that two tape VHS back in the day, guys, you could see the colors popping in that. So imagine how they pop in 4K. So it's just, yeah, I
For those
remember
of you
loving
that
this
don't
movie.
know, it was like a two. It was a red box,
Right.
and it was two tapes in there,
Hmm.
and then the intermission. The intermission was right between, so you could switch the tapes,
Right.
and you wouldn't rewind the first one until after you were done with the entire movie.
So were you that guy? You had to rewind your tapes after every watch?
If I want, well, I rewound them when I wanted to rewatch them, not after every watch, but
Hmm.
if I
Yeah.
place it back in again.
Love the music in this, Ben. The soundtrack is top five for me. I listen to the soundtrack very often. Boom, 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 boom.
Hmm.
And he did that. Was it Elmer Bernstein? Man,
Yes,
now he's a composer people don't talk about. Sheesh, he's great. I think he did Magnificent Seven too. Another Yul Brynner. I don't think that was Jerry Goldsmith. I don't think. I think Jerry Goldsmith did the remake, but I think the original is Elmer Bernstein. Oh man, Elmer's great. I might watch The Robe tomorrow, Ben. I don't know.
that's a good one too.
Have you ever seen the sequel?
No, to the robe. No,
Yes. No. Wow, man, it's great. Picks directly up, and this it's in the same scene at the ending of The Road plays, and then it picks up right there.
I'm.
Man,
I
if you
want to
get a
know
chance,
what
look
next
that up.
biblical movie that they're going to do.
They're
I'm
scared. They're scared, man, and I don't blame them because there's a, something about the Catholics. They sue you a lot when you try. You have very good intentions when you're trying to make a good, religious movie. It seems like you get always get in backlash or in trouble, and I just always found that so discouraging. And the last one they made, which was Ben Hur, which was good to me, but people didn't receive it well. But so it seems like, all right, we're not making the money we want to make on these. Plus, we're getting all this heat. Plus the world is in a state where they're trying to rebel against God. So it's not cool to make them.
yeah.
Because Noah
I
was pretty good, but there was
I
one thing. I'm
I
sorry, good.
suppose that's the safest option.
Yeah, but I don't know. Did you watch the Bible TV series? That was great. It was it on the History Channel? I think
Yeah,
years back. Yeah, that was great. Second season was beautiful too, and then they were supposed to make a season three, but never did. I mean, the people they chose to play them roles were so good.
Bring the Hebrew in. Bring the
I kind
Hebrew
of
in.
watched that a lot too. The Bible season 2, AD. The Bible continues.
The Chosen is actually pretty good.
And I haven't seen that one. Dum, 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 dum.
Yes, those are considered religious movies, Jared. The ones with Kirk Cameron are actually better than the one with Nicolas Cage.
What's Daddy say? I can't see the chat.
The isn't the Left Behind movies religious movies?
Uh, okay.
Judge now.
Dude, I've seen people on the chat saying, not this chat, but other chats, they were saying, The Exorcist is religious. Like, yeah, technically, but you know those like the religious movies I met. But okay,
I
religious
like I
horror.
said on here, like I said in here, it has elements.
The son of Hebrew slain.
Yeah, that's more like horror with religion in it.
Speak, my son.
Only
Silly.
religious horror movie that I really put up there would probably be other than the Prophecy franchise is because I love those is I liked Mother. A lot of people didn't dig it. I understood it, but you know that's a conversation for another time.
Moses was only a child.
I shall not see your face again.
Well, said he just told his daughter, "I don't want to see your face again."
Moses,
Well, Moses, do you have to smell like them?
Denomination. I'm what you would call currently. I grew up in the Pentecostal denomination, or the but right now I'm not denominational.
I want to hear from your own
Wow,
lips.
Ben, you were Pentecostal. I would have
Hmm.
never known.
You would not lead these people
Oh, would have never
against me.
known.
Hmm.
Moses, I will believe.
James
Was
Moyer.
was
His
credentialed
favorite.
was
What'd you say?
credentialed was credentialed with and ordained in the present in the Pentecostal
Mm.
in
But if I
one of the
could,
churches within that denomination.
I would. Has turned you against me. The time my sister brought
So
you
what
before
about
I
you,
loved
Cal?
you, reared you, set you before my own son. As I saw in you worth and greatness of other men. No son could have more than 3 of them. Why are you forcing me to destroy you? What evil has done this to you? The evil that men should turn brothers into beasts of burden, slave and suffer and die, stripped of spirit and hope and faith, only because they were of another race, another creed. If there is a God,
He wouldn't have meant this to be.
Hmm.
Love that. Could you hear me, Bitbuster, when you said, "What about me"? Did you hear me?
No, I did not hear what you said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the chat. For some reason, my mic must have cut out. Um, Same. Pentecostal.
what
Okay.
I do now,
Okay.
I am compelled
That's what I grew up as. Now, today, I would say that and just spiritual, because I really don't get into the divisions. I'm more of a, you
Hmm.
know, God and word person. You know,
That's why I said I was non-denominational now.
yeah. Because I'm still proud to be where I'm from, and I still will go there. But Like I'm not gonna. Some people take that so seriously. If you're not the same domination, it's a problem for them, and that's just never been me.
Harden yourself against subordinates. No faith in a brother. Have no friend.
Mika, it probably have been cool for you to come up here too, but I don't know if you're a talker while you watch your movie.
I protected the helpless. I nourished the orphan.
Great one.
The only reason I'm talking during this is so that way when you hear it in the background, it doesn't get that.
You don't get that flag.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm talking during it.
Manner of death.
I
That
can almost
flag.
watch this movie. I can listen to your background and almost watch it with my eyes closed and know every part. That's how many times I've seen it.
No. Baptist? Cool. Cool.
I will not live if you must die.
I'm everything, Mika. So I'm just joking. I like it all.
The Hebrew slave. It's not the right place for the next
I
week.
seen you had a comment from somebody named James Moyer. He said, "Jesus Christ Superstar was his favorite." How you feel about that one? The 1970 movie.
I mean, it's not one of my. It's not in my list.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna hold it against anyone.
Yeah, it's very high up for me too. I love that movie. Well, see, I'm a musical person, so the music is so phenomenal to me.
I I love Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
It's been a long time, man, since I've seen that one. You want to talk Joseph? Have you ever seen the one with Ben Kingsley, the movie? It's a live action. It's from maybe '97.
The unheard and unspoken.
It's amazing.
Raced
One
through
of my
memory
favorites.
of all time.
Thanks everyone who stuck around this far. Thanks for watching.
No desirable possessor. You think when you're in my arms, the biggest is that you will see
You know what's bad?
Only his.
I saw Planet of the Apes first before I ever even saw this. So when he's in the chains with Ramses standing right there, I wanted him to say, "Get your filthy hands off me, you damn dirty Egyptian."
Why?
Some mirage was love. But you Hebrew will suffer all these things. I live
We had enough of you, Ben. Now we're going to cancel you for that comment.
in cherish.
uh, D-Ray, if you're still here, I would like to know if you have a domination since you asked. May I ask?
Where I send him, there is no return.
And Mika, yeah, that's what I usually say, spiritual. But a lot of people don't get that. I see you're one of them that do. His name shall be stricken from the law.
Nowadays, that fire would have been CGI'd in there.
I look for the first
That's
time.
where you
Jason, my
did
brother,
you have you know a religion like a denomination that you were raised in, or were you just not raised in that stuff at all, and you just wanted to study in school? College boy. D-Ray, if you don't got this 4K, I feel very disrespected, movie man.
The purity of white, the cool blush in your cheek. Be less, all of you. You should do that, brother. Continue your play, but in the house.
Nathan.
Yes, that's better.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I didn't realize how great of an actor this guy is and a lot of the stuff he did.
Did it your God let me go?
I'm here, girl, because I put no trust in a desert god and his mighty prophet. I prospered because I bowed lower than my brother before the Egyptians. Now the Egyptians bow low before me.
That's cool.
Joshua won't hear. Our girl wants to belong to me. The gift from Ramses, His Excellency.
I will bow before you. I will work my hands raw. Please, please do not shame me before my Lord.
Your lord is the governor of Goshen.
What difference to my shame?
No difference to you, my double king. But to a condemned slave like Joshua, it could make the difference between death on the spikes and life in the compromise of silence. What would you do to influence His Excellency's clemency?
My damn phone is listening to me. It just asked me what are my beliefs. I don't know how that happened.
Will always be grateful to you. My little light flower,
Well, you should be up here watching this with us.
your fate is
Yeah,
better.
you just knew you didn't know I was coming with that behind it. It was a trick question. Gotcha. And I ain't trying to hear you got something else to do, but the
Slave who will be king.
that's my man right there.
Roman
Is that taboo to say that he's my man? I like Ramses in the movie anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Ben, can you hear me well? Just wondering.
Need of a scepter.
I can. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Give me this Bible. Here is your king's scepter. Here is your kingdom.
Mm.
Scorpion, cobra, lizard for sockets. Read them if you will.
It's amazing the parallel
The Hebrews to me.
with this scene and the account of Matthew
Give this prince of Israel
right
one
during
day's
Jesus'
rest.
last week.
Mm.
Take 3 days to cross this wilderness. If he can cross it
You want to
alone.
elaborate on that?
When the devil's tempting him and he goes, if you want all this,
Bow to me.
bow down and
Hebrew God.
worship me. And
Yeah.
it's kind of reminiscent of the scene right here. Oh, here's your kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that's where they drew the inspiration from.
I kind of figured it would. It was.
You know, for those that aren't Bible readers, there's a lot of similarities. You know, they praise Moses very high and everything he did, which they should, but when Jesus comes, there's just always, if you really look close, there's so many similarities. Things, not to say history repeats itself, a lot of things happen again in the Bible, if you look.
Yeah.
When another deliverer comes. I don't want you like a phantom in the night coming between me and my queen. I just love the dialogue, Ben.
Into the blistering wilderness of Shur. The man who walked with kings now walks alone. Torn from the pinnacle of royal power. Stripped of all rank and earthly wealth. A forsaken man. without a country, without a hope. His soul in turmoil, like the hot winds and raging sands that lash him with the fury of a taskmaster's whip. He is driven forward, always forward.
You ever think about this? If they were smart, I know it's a race dominant thing, but if they were smart, you could have used Moses to control the so-called slaves that were outnumbering you and you were so scared of. You know, that they will rebel. If he's one of them, you could have used him to be a man of the people more than
Yeah.
Nathan is. You know what I mean? He could have controlled them. He would have been their ruler. But of course
I
not.
agree, Mika. Not only is the scenery beautiful, but on how they actually produced it. Now,
Right.
a lot of background, like far background stuff, was just painting, and then they
Hmm.
just made it all the front like mountains and made it look like desert that way.
See, I never noticed that. I'm so immersed in the movie, I don't notice it. I try not to see like that. Like when my
Especially when
favorite.
so you can
Mhm.
very tell you can tell so much that was
Sometimes that's why I don't like 4K. It takes the magic from certain things.
yeah.
All about is desolation.
Well, no, that was just something I noticed picking it up throughout the years, and
Yeah, but with 4K you can see certain things you couldn't see.
Learning that it can be more terrible to live than to die. He is driven on through the burning crucible of desert, where holy men and prophets are cleansed and purged for God's great purpose.
Hmm.
Last, at the end of human strength, beaten into the dust from which he came, metal is ready for the maker's hand.
Is it weird when people ask me what domination I am? I usually say I think of this movie and I say I am what I am.
From a fruit-laden palm tree and life-giving water flowing from the well of Lydia.
Listen to that music.
Mhm.
Beautiful. Intermission.
no,
No? Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm married then. Did you think of
I'm
something
behind.
else? No, I've never tried. She can learn to water themselves. You need to pay to do nails, Lulua. There isn't a man from here to hold it.
You ever think about that? In some of them cultures, you can just be the guy, and you have your pick at all the. You could choose your wife. Like that's crazy. I mean, I'm not saying it's crazy, but I'm just saying that's just to think. I could have did that in a different time. Wow.
Look at Sandra. Egyptian. No, he's not Egyptian. Who cares? He's a man. Yes.
who cares? He's a man.
Danger. Are you sure he's alive? Oh, I hope so. Look, there's real trouble. Malachi. I'll talk to them. Talk to them? Get stoned. There's a thief. We drew this water. Out of the way, girl. This is the well of Jethro, our father. You have no right here.
Our goats don't know your father.
Jethro's mark is on the well.
They can't read either. Nor can we.
He is the sheep of Midian.
And let him bring sons to guard it, not daughters.
Moses comes in to save the day with the epic theme music.
You throwing them blows. This is how you get down. Egyptian style.
Why?
You know, it's so funny. People forget, like in this movie, it's so great and all, but you don't notice that you forget that Moses is a general. Yo, he's conquered lands. He's a fighter. Like people fail to forget that. Like the dude can fight. That's why it was partly amazing why he went down there, and he didn't go down there like a fighter. He went down there just like let my people go.
Well, and that's why even later when he goes to see Pharaoh, even in the Bible, it's like he was well respected because he was able to use his Egyptian upbringing
Yeah,
to help him with that.
people don't even see the greater plan of all that. He was placed there for a reason. So when he came back, look, you
Kind of
know,
like how in the New Testament Paul would use his Roman citizenship to appeal to
mm-hmm.
Caesar.
Roman citizenship. The great scholar Paul, who chased Peter down only to get knocked off his horse. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like I was saying, Ben. It's funny how it just repeats itself in the Bible.
Yeah.
I will ask the brothers to put him in our father's tent. Our father's tent? He's sheep of many.
Oh yeah, I had to check the chat. What's up? What's up, D-Ray? You talking Amish people? I'm not in Amish country, buddy. Okay, buddy? I'm talking about my Amish brothers. Contrary to popular belief, they'll light it up. Don't get no smoke. And Jerry, I would think we're elders here, sitting here. We're the ones watching the Ten Commandments. You guys in there, out there, backsliding, not watching it with us. We're the elders as of now. Dum, dum, dum. Amish country.
No name shortly got into steps. No name. Bedouins know the God of Abraham. Abraham is the father of many nations.
Mm-hmm.
We are the children of Ishmael, his firstborn. We are the
Mm-hmm.
obedient.
There's a little history right there that no one really knew.
You want to tell more, or you just letting that be?
Abraham had two sons. He was promised to have sons as vast as the sands of the earth and the stars of the sky. So he had
Mm-hmm.
so Sarah, his wife, was promised the son of God and Isaac, but she couldn't wait. Abraham was like in his 90s at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 90s when Ishmael was born by
Right.
a slave he had because Abraham was a wealthy man, not monetarily wise, but he had a lot of possessions, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
sheep, a lot of goats, a lot of animals. That's how they described wealth back then. And when Ishmael came and Isaac was born, there was hatred between those two because one was the oldest should have been the one who got the blessing, but
Mm-hmm.
Isaac got the blessing because he was the one that was promised. So Ishmael and his mother were cast away by
Mm-hmm.
Abraham. Abraham,
Mm-hmm. She laughed.
God still blessed that Ishmael though.
Yeah,
God still blessed Ishmael.
and made him plentiful in his own land. Yeah,
Yeah.
she laughed, right? And they sent her away.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Sarah laughed at God about being pregnant? And he said, "Why do you laugh?"
In every vow,
That's what Isaac means.
Yeah.
Israel, Ishmael alone,
Because she laughed because she was 90.
said he created
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you have to
Yeah.
understand, everyone watching 90 to them at that point was like our 30s to us.
Right. Which I want y'all to think, whoever's listening to this, we actually die in infancy in the greater scheme to God. I guess since we bit that apple and it's sin in the world, whatever, however you want to blame it. Now we die in infancy. Because if people were living to their 900s and longer, we die as infants. We're lucky to make it to 100
Oh, man.
to God when God
I
looks
love
at us. Hmm.
he talks about Sinai and has anyone ever seen God face to face? No, no one has. Or you'll surely die. He even though he doesn't see him face to face, he actually, or in the according to scriptures, he does see the back of him.
Hmm. What is when you said Abraham? It was your descendants shall outnumber the stars in the sky, or
Yes, and the
what
sands of the earth.
it's grains in the sand. Yes, depending on what kind of book you read, but yeah, same thing. Yes,
Yeah,
and if we do, we're all descendants of Abraham if you believe. Yes, Mika.
And rest from wandering. I thought that his meant no
Ben
sun.
was sitting there giving y'all Sunday school. Y'all didn't even peep it. You see his hands was moving. He was breaking it down like the kids at Sunday school table. Yeah.
I wish every day was a shearing festival. I know. All the men follow you like sheep to be sheared. One would be enough for me if he were most.
Never before, my brothers, has our wolf brought so rich in payment. Those Moses has sold the whole shearing. All the tribes in one piece at one price to look after. Word of truth, his trading is just. Peace be with you, Prince of Sinai.
Why are you dressed like that? Aren't you going to dance with us before the sheiks? No, I'm not going to dance before the sheiks. I'm not going to be displayed like a caravan.
For anyone watching this later, Zafira, sorry if I'm messing that name up. She also played in the Munsters title character. If you guys remember the Munsters, I remember when I found that out, I was like, "What? That's her? She is stunning, Mika."
My 7 daughters, wife. 7 to choose from.
Even with all that makeup on the monsters, she is still stunning.
Yes.
From among the stars of the sky. Citadel the dance. All right, like it all.
Look at the colors;
Mm-hmm.
they pop. I always thought it was so deep when Nefertiti says, or Sephira says it too. Um,
Choose one
you
now.
lost him when he went to find his God. Or so, how did she say that? I'm sorry, I'm messing that up. And but something like that. And she lost him when he found his God or something. And then Nefertiti says, well, at least he gave you a son. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and Nefertiti kind of looks at her son and wishes it was Moses' son. Yvonne D. Carlo.
Which Moses? Which will it be? Make your choice, Moses. It's a garden of many flowers, Moses. I wish you had my ears. I had your choice.
I guess Kel dropped. Kel, when you come back, the link's still in the chat, so.
My heart is still a prisoner of the past. I cannot choose now. Strength to you, sheets of cider. May God guide your heart. Tonight he is awake.
Which of my sisters did you choose?
I made no choice separate.
She was very beautiful, wasn't she? This woman of Egypt, who left her scar upon her heart. Her skin was white as curd, her eyes green as the cedars of Lebanon, her lips tender as honey, like the breast of a dove, her arms were soft. And the wine of desire was in her veins.
Yes, she was beautiful. As a jewel.
A jewel has brilliant fire. It gives no warmth. Our hands are not so soft. They can serve. Our bodies not so white. They are strong. Our lips are not perfumed. They speak the truth. Love is not an art to us. It's life to us. We are not dressed in gold, fine linen. Strength and honor are our clothing. Our tents are not the columned halls of Egypt. And our children play happily before them. We can offer you little. We offer all we have.
I have not lived. I have nothing.
Nothing from some. It's more than gold from others.
You fill the emptiness of my heart.
Never fill all of it, Moses. I shall not be jealous of memory.
Yes, it is.
May the God bless you. You go to join them in the land of death. Windbag. Yes. After all, dying is only a part.
You won't die of the crocodile. Cheat Nicholas, cheat me in alms and chaplains.
The very evil that would keep my you. You'll be Pharaoh by sunset, Ramses. I hope you're content, lost, and content. You have restored Egypt to her greatness. I shall make her greatness the other one nation. Without you perform anything, your own counterpart. Peace My last outbreak, no law. Someday, bullshit.
Ooh, just look at his face. And Ramsey's face. Ooh, priceless. That is true. Arrogance was his downfall.
Did the little boy die in the desert, my father?
No. God brought Ishmael and his mother Hagar into a good land.
The same God who lived on the mountain?
Maybe, my son. What is coming? Here!
Moses! There is a man among the sheep.
You keep sounding the alarm, Gershon. Stay here till your mother comes.
To try and blow that the ram's horn or the shofar. That takes some skill.
Your eyes are sharp as they are beautiful. Come down. Moses. Down, Torvald. Praise God I have found you. Joshua. What you did is compromise a keeper. Living artist. Sephra! Bring water! How did you find me? Merchant by Tucker. Saw you in a tenant yesterday. Here you will find peace. Peace? How can you find peace or want it? When Ramesses builds cities watered with the blood of our people, you must lead them out of Egypt.
Welcome, Jagoda.
Am I the hand of God? Sephra, give him water. Bless you as its son must set fire to his mind. His name is Joshua.
Hey, Cal, you're in.
He might live. He told me you were condemned. I knew that you were chosen to take
You're
the
actually
sword of
muted,
God
Cal.
into your hand.
There you go.
All right. Took you long enough.
I'm sorry. I was engrossed in the movie. I didn't see your little screen pop up on StreamYard.
My little screen. See how he treats me, y'all? Dakota, why you ain't here since you love the Ten Commandments so much? Get up here, or tomorrow's sermon will be about you. Take Aaron with you and go down there and talk to them people. Moses is such a well speaker in this movie, you wouldn't know in the Bible he took Aaron to speak for him.
Mm-hmm.
They don't show that in the movie because,
Well, which is
Charles was the
funny
star.
with all the schooling he had in Egypt, to the fact that he didn't speak well, and he was supposed to be the next pharaoh,
Right.
was amazing.
Hmm. I think he probably maybe counted himself out there and think he spoke as adequately as he should have, and he was nervous, and he just said that, and God was like, "Hey, take him." Then you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But they do say he spoke with a stiff tongue. So
Yeah.
in olden times, I think that's translated into like a stutter at times. I think I'm not sure.
It does translate into a stutter.
I don't want to put that on Moses if that wasn't real, but you know that's something I heard.
Well, throughout the years of translation, he became a
Hmm.
stutter.
Right. Right. He might have. You ask now, they'll just say, "Oh no, he didn't stutter. He was just an introvert." In today's terminology, he didn't have time for all that. That's what they'll say.
It's it's just an amazing scene.
Yes, it is. Let the name Alex Thomas be stricken from the law. I'm just joking, Ben. You'll get him. Okay. Lord, I take that back. Hey Ben, real quick, is this your favorite epic or biblical movies?
Um, yes, I would have to say yes.
No, right.
Close second, greatest story ever told.
Greatest stories ever told. You know, greatest story ever told. I mean, it's a far more important story. It is the
Mm-hmm.
greatest story ever told, of course, but it I think you can show this one to more. You don't even have to like. I think more people sit down and watch this one. I'm trying to say it in a good way, but this
Well,
one here.
because you
Hmm.
think about it, with all the descendants of Abraham, this
Right,
story actually, the Abrahamic story, is actually seen in every major religious text, and no matter
right,
the culture. Same with the flood, and same with something similar to this.
right. I just think this is. I don't want to say easier watch because I don't want to say that's a hard watch. I'm just trying to find the right way to phrase it.
It's a
But
simpler watch.
you you can put this on and just and let people to go to film school. They could study this. There's just a lot of different things you can take from this movie besides religion, and it's just. I think that's where this movie probably wins in a lot of categories and why it's held up. I've met people who are not religious at all that still love this movie.
Thanks for showing up, Mr. Nichols.
Oh no. What did he say? What that comment say?
Just said sup, Buster and Ben.
No, because I don't get a what's up. I just
He did. He said sup,
oh
Buster and Ben.
yeah. Oh, he's calling me a buster on Good Friday. Okay, you're lucky I'm not here for that type of talk, Mr.
Oh,
Nickelodeon. Hmm. You didn't
I,
catch that? He's calling me the buster. He's calling you Ben. Okay. Yeah.
I just love how he goes up there, and then he comes down and he has the white hair.
The white hair. Yes.
Yeah, kind of like the symbol with like Jacob, how he got the limp after his wrestling with God.
Yeah, crack that hip.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yo, in all actuality, he wasn't wrestling with God. God was toying with him. But yeah, I know what you mean. That's like wrestling with a baby, I guess. You know, like if you were to wrestle with a toddler. Because imagine that you could say you actually wrestle with God. I'm sure that's what he did, but I'm just saying, like, just imagine to think you could pin God. He's playing with you. That's you know that might be the greatest, most stupendous match of all time. Vince McMahon better book it.
We just hit the intermission, folks.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of fast forward a little.
You ain't gonna get the second VHS tape and put it in the VCR?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
Actually, it's a little quicker than I remember on the VHS tape. This time was only like 3 minutes. Because the VHS tape played it for like 10 minutes on the one and then 10 minutes on the other one and then came back.
Sounds about right.
He returned to the land of Egypt, and Moses took the rod of God.
Intermission. Yeah.
Hold up, Ben. Maybe you want to tell. Maybe you want to wait for Mika and myself to catch up. 1 second.
Oh yeah, I will.
Okay. So what's your timestamp for Mika and everybody else?
Well, my time step right now is 12:18:36. So
12:18:36.
So once the intermission's done, let me know.
Okay, I'm there. I hope Mika. It was 12. He gave you the timestamp. Whenever you're ready, Ben. I just wanted to be able to catch up.
It's about two. We're about 2 hours into the movie, Mr. Nichols. Okay, I'm starting at 2:18 to be exact into the movie.
Mr. Nichols, didn't you hear us say intermission? You should know. We're 2 hours in.
Technically speaking, the intermission should have been like 30 minutes ago.
Huh. Excuse me.
All right. She's there.
All right, Meek. Thanks for watching with us.
I sent you. Kingdom of the Most High.
Yeah, thanks, Mika.
Not too long ago, I just popped this second half and watched. I didn't even watch the first half.
What is this? Thus saith the Lord God of Israel. Let my people go.
People go. Uh-oh.
Lives are mine. All that they own.
Mm-hmm.
I do not know your
God.
nor will I let Israel go. Who are you to make their lives bitter in hard bondage? Man shall be ruled by law, not by the will of other men. Who is this God that I should let this people go? Aaron, cast down my staff before Pharaoh. He may see the power of God.
God. You guys don't know it, but I'm so hyped. This is one of my favorite parts ever in any movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mother!
Mother! Turn his staff into a cobra!
Surely nothing of his will hurt you.
Nothing of his will harm you, my son.
Power of your God is a cheap magician's trick. Dennis,
Mm-hmm.
No. Them snakes is trying to jump Moses' staff.
See?
Moses serpent swallows up death.
And he lifts it up by the tail, and it comes back into one piece.
You gave me this staff to rule over scorpions and serpents. God made it to rule over kings.
Ooh.
His
And you
word
gave it to me.
and obey.
Obey.
Okay?
Moses.
Are there magicians in rabbits?
Cast your crown, Pharaoh.
I will give your staff a greater wonder. Bear it before your idol and bid them make bricks without straw.
Straw.
Bricks without straw. His staff provide them with it. Or let them glean straw in the fields for themselves. Their tally of bricks shall not diminish. So let it be written.
So let it be done.
So let it be done.
Stone him. He got us built in bricks with no straw. I'm sorry, Ben. People are still the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron, when do we leave Egypt? We do not leave Egypt.
Moses promised.
Why? What you said would be free. I have brought more evil upon you. God forgive my weak use of his strength. Weak use? Moses, what have you done to us? It is Pharaoh's order that you be given no straw to make your tally of bricks. No straw! You will glean the stubble of the fields by night. Women and children, too. Is that the deliverer? You brought the wrath of Pharaoh upon us. You put a sword in their heads to kill us. Stone him! Stone him! Yes, there. There goes your deliverer. Now go find your straw. Remember, the tally must be the same. Not one brick less.
You're muted, Cal.
Yeah. I know. I didn't want to say nothing during that time.
Oh.
I love that. I love that part, man. All of that.
I cursed you. Each time Ramses took me in his
You ever
arms,
notice the pull and the respect he has just to walk in there, a slave? You know, he just walked right up to the pharaoh. Did you ever think about that?
no, you
Yep.
do not. You believe you've changed.
Yep.
You call yourself a prophet, a man of God, but I know. I don't believe that only the thunder of a mountain stirs your heart as you stand.
Nefertiri, I have stood in the burning light of God's own presence.
Not he who saved you just now. I did. Oh, Moses, Moses. Why of all men did I fall in love with the Prince of Fools? But I believe anything you tell me when I'm in your arms. Why must you deny me and yourself?
Because I am bound to a God and to a people, to a shepherd girl.
She's sick.
Can she be to you? Unless the desert sun has dulled her senses. Does she grate garlic on her skin? Is it so? Are her lips chafed and dry as the desert sand? Are they moist and red?
Dry as the desert sand. That don't sound tempting though. To me.
The myrrh that sends her here?
But she's beautiful. I'm just joking.
Beyond the senses and the beauty, quiet, green valleys and still waters.
Mm.
Beauty of spirit you cannot understand.
Perhaps not. The
I
beauty
always
is
admire her love for him, No matter who he was, he could have just said, "You want to come with me?" and she would have left her
ordained.
everything for him.
The fate of Israel is not in your
That's
hands.
love, man.
Oh, isn't it?
Yep.
Who else can soften Pharaoh's heart? Oh, hard neck.
Yes. It may be the lovely dust for which God will work his purpose.
He really did. You got Pharaoh killed, Nefertiti, as far as
Every
the
time
movie goes.
tell the others that for 7 days there was enough to drink. But this well has never run dry. The river's high.
Dang.
Whose word? One who knows? Fill your jars or go thirsty. The area is always right. Yes, Joshua. She comes as well as the wait and you will see her.
Her love stayed true for him. She couldn't fathom that it wouldn't be reciprocated. Yeah, but that's just love, though. I mean, to have a love that strong,
You might find his water poison.
sheesh, it's admirable.
Told me you were dead.
For all I love Joshua, I am.
Nathan?
Yes.
The sequel we never got. Joshua and the Water Girl.
My own grief.
You are no man's slave. The hour of deliverance is come.
Not for me.
Hail to thee, great God of the Nile, thy life-giving waters in the blood of Egypt. Hail to thee,
And
maker of valleys.
and Mika, she has some wicked ways about her, but it's all entrenched for her love of that man. It's just that's amazing to me every time.
Let my people go. Point of the sword shall
Let
be
him rave on that men shall know you that.
Obey the Lord, or he will raise his hand against the waters of the river.
They've come to bless the water.
Here's a little fact that not many people know. Each one of the plagues, each one of the plagues of Egypt actually went up against one of the Egyptian gods.
Aaron, stretch out my staff against the waters.
So there was a plague for each god they served.
Correct.
Yeah, God is ironic that way.
There, when he struck the river, he bleeds. The water turns to blood.
Mhm. Yeah, he was also saving the most powerful for last.
Hmm. Can you imagine that right there? Sheesh.
Can you imagine that that's the not only the water they drank, the water that they
Yeah,
bathed
it's everything. And look at it's spreading. See how it's spreading?
For 7 days, Egypt will thirst. 7 days without water will fill every jug and jar. Pestilence will be everywhere.
For 7 times 7 days. No magician's trick will set your people free. Sacred water, make pure the flood from which you came.
I love this.
them.
He just looks at him. Yeah.
And God smote the land with all manner of plagues. But still Pharaoh's heart was hot.
What people don't know is that woman was hardening his heart, and mainly just to keep her love Moses there.
You hear the cry of Egypt.
They would cry louder if they had to make the bricks. Send them away.
The people have been plagued by thirst. They've been plagued by frogs, by lice, by flies, by sickness, by boils. They can endure no more.
I didn't bring this worker of evil before me.
The people deserve the temple. They turn from the gods.
What gods? You prophets and priests made the gods that you may prey upon the fears of men. Nile ran red, I fools afraid. Till word came of a mountain beyond the cataracts, which spewed red mud, poisoned the water. Was it the staff I gave you that caused all this? The wonder of your god that fish should die and frogs should leave the waters? Was it the miracle that flies and lice should bloat upon their carrion and spread disease in both man and beast? These things were ordered by themselves, not by God. Now go.
That you may know these things are done of God. You shall see hail fall from a clear sky and burn as fire upon the ground. You shall see darkness cover Egypt when the sun climbs high to noon. You shall know that God is God and bow down to his will.
Nothing of this earth make me bow to Moses.
Behold, the hail comes. When darkness has covered Egypt for 3 days, your ministers will send for me.
Facts. That's a mic drop, people. That's when you drop the mic.
Yeah, because your cape will protect you from hell.
The 3 days of darkness you'd have whined like frightened children in the night.
Moses said the sun would shine in 3 days, and it is true. O great one, let his people go. For all of Egypt will be barren from the cataracts to the sea.
You my father free the slaves?
Can taxes be collected from dead cattle and blighted harvests?
Does fear rule Egypt? Why?
We fear no army of the earth, but can we fight plagues with swords? There is no shame in this. How does treat them?
It is not Pharaoh who yields to the slave, but his counselors. I have summoned Moses at your request.
People will bless you, great one, no good voice.
Does the world bow to an
The
empty
great one.
Empty.
Look at her. Look at her.
Pharaoh hardened his heart against his son. If you let the Hebrews go, who will build his cities? You told Moses to make bricks without straw. Now he tells you to make cities without bricks. Who is
Who
the
is the
slave?
slave?
Who is the Pharaoh? Do you hear now?
Yo, why she stirring the? She stirring the pot, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
The laughter of kings in Babylon, in Canaan, in Troy.
Laughter.
Surrenders to the god of slaves.
She's bad, boy.
Bring the Hebrew in.
Go into the garden. It's not good for a son of Pharaoh to see his father humble, the son of slave.
She's starting all that to keep Moses there.
Stand beside me.
She got everybody hurt.
Made you see the light of Ramses. You now free my people.
Great one. Get the scribe read the order.
Give me the writing.
Stomp.
Supply me, Pharaoh. You cannot resist the power of his God.
I know not his God. Neither will I let his people go.
How long will you refuse to humble yourself before God?
If you bring another plague upon us, it is not your God, but I who will turn the Nile red with blood.
Mm.
As your father's father turned the streets of Goshen red with the blood of our male children. If there is one more plague on Egypt, by your word that God will bring it, shall be so great a cry throughout the land. You will surely let the people go.
He's showing off for her. I'm just playing.
Put me no more, Moses. For on the day you see my face again, you will surely die.
So let it be written.
Mm.
Give this swarm of slaves and his God an answer the world will not forget. Commander of the host, call them the chariots from Tanis. There shall be one more plague. It will come upon the slaves of Goshen. The firstborn of each house shall die, beginning with the son of Moses.
Mm. She ran to save him.
Mm-hmm.
I love Ann Baxter. I wish she had more movies, man. I mean, she got some, but you know, I just love her. She's in my top 3 actresses of
Yeah,
all time.
she was in, what was it, 5 episodes of the Batman 66 TV show.
She was pretty good. And her bright orange.
You're the shepherd girl with Moses' marries. Queen of Egypt is beautiful.
Zelda the
She
Great
passed
and
fairly young.
sex.
Mm-hmm. So is this? But what about Eve? Is before this, correct?
Yeah.
Is this Moses' son? Yes, this is our son.
Mm-hmm.
You will tell us. You need have no fear of him. Feared only his memory of you.
Yeah, she did. But notice the wicked ways also too, Mika. Like she's really started all that. She was in his ear and his heart. You know, she's hardening his heart. So he's just like, you know, when she said that last thing about his son seeing him bow to a slave, that was it. And now look what happened. And it's sad though. You feel for the Pharaoh when he says, "You did all this to keep Moses here. You didn't care for me or my son."
From Pharaoh's decree that the firstborn of Israel must die. God of Abraham, don't let him do this.
Hmm.
A caravan from Midian is waiting for you and your son. My chariot will bring you to it.
Anybody that comes in, don't forget to hit the like button, please.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised you noticed it. You didn't at the palace this morning, you know. Are you afraid to look at me?
What do you want, Secretary?
You, Moses. Everything about us is coming to an end.
Where's the popcorn bin? I need some popcorn.
I belong to you, Moses.
It's in the mail, man. It's in the mail.
The map.
She's
Well, it better
gone.
be caramel since I gotta wait.
Where would she lead?
You knew you would try to save the other children before your own son.
The other children from what?
Ramses is massing the Lydianites, the chariots, the Sardinian swords, and
Why? Tell me why!
to destroy the firstborn of Israel.
God. My God. Out of his own mouth comes thy judgment.
But I have saved your son, Moses.
It's not my son who will die as the firstborn of Egypt. It is your son, Nefertiti.
Tenfolds.
Dare strike Pharaoh's son.
In the hardness of his heart, Pharaoh has mocked God and brings death to his own son.
Mm.
It is my son, Moses. You would not harm my son.
My son.
Self, I am nothing. It is the power of God which uses me to work his will.
You would not let him do this to me. I saved your son.
I cannot save you.
Your God
That's so sad.
About midnight, the destroyer will come into the midst of Egypt. All the firstborn shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh to the firstborn of his servants.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
To
Prince of Egypt. Well, in your own.
to the it
You would
actually
death slave
came down to
like
the
whom
firstborn
myself
of all the calves, all the animals, everything.
because I loved you.
It's the Lord who executes judgment.
Isn't that something?
Mm-hmm. But
So,
think about it. There was
mhm.
one firstborn he spared. Who was that?
Your love for
It
me
was
is strong.
Ramses, so he could witness it.
Yep. Yep.
That's bad. That's like I want you to watch. You did one of those. God did that. You to witness this.
Turn from thy fierce wrath, O Lord.
Now, as a kid, you watched this as a kid, right?
Yeah.
So, how'd you feel about the angel of death coming down? Was that spooky to you as a kid?
It was a little bit.
It was that music and that green in the sky. That was spooky, man.
Mm-hmm.
They could try to act like it wasn't, but it was spooky.
It was. I'm not going to admit it wasn't. But
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, Mika. Like the faith and the love in her, the disbelief. When she says, "I saved your son," like that hits me. It's so sad. Nah, you ain't gonna let this happen to my son. I've seen that. Like, nah, you wouldn't do that to me. I've done this for you. That's just that's what I be telling people about these older movies. Dialogue. They don't get it. It's
mm-hmm.
dialogue.
Some people think they're too slow because it's all talk.
Save me from death.
Right.
From life.
You know, I had a debate with somebody that said about writing opposed to then and now, and they said the writing's better now. I was like, not necessarily, because you got to think these movies had to keep your attention longer, and they're slower paced. It wasn't a lot of tricks and all this action and suspense. So it's all about dialogue. So I would beg to differ. In the same way you say the writing's better now, actually the writing could be more on the older side where it's better. Because look, all these movies. You had to have good writing for them to be successful and for you to want to stick with watch them.
Yep.
Is that a cat?
Yeah. It's a cat.
Okay, he's blurry. I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. He's in focus now.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy? He was so out of focus. It just looked like the sheep behind you was like forming something. I'm like, oh my god, what did you do, Ben? Something's coming for you.
It's, it's what's coming here.
We stand in the shadow of death. Lord is our God. Lord is one.
Mm-hmm.
Lead us through this night of terror.
Is this episode sponsored by Menards?
No.
I just thought. I see the shirt. I thought it was sponsored.
No. It's sponsored by Milo's.
Yeah, we should get paid. VHS, send us a check. We've mentioned you.
Federal soldiers. Worse.
Mika, I'm passing around the collection plate at this point in the movie. Please be sure to get everybody's. You know, we need our royalties. You know, for our sponsors and everything. Let me quit. Let me stop. Sounding like the guy that was behind Peter, trying to like get the gifts of God for money.
My parents.
Mm-mm,
All who
mm-mm.
thirst for freedom may come with us. Darkness and death will pass over us tonight. Tomorrow the light of freedom will shine upon us as we go forth through Egypt.
I shall go with you, Moses.
Oh, the house of Pharaoh, oh, God's people.
I worship.
This woman drew me from the Nile and set my feet upon the path of knowledge. Merit, bring a chair to our table for the daughter of Pharaoh.
Great sight that shines before your Moses. Someday I shall come to understand.
He is God's messenger. It is not forbidden to look upon the breath of pestilence. Then see, for it is here. Do not look at yourself. Close the door, judgment. Let death pass.
Hmm. I always thought that was powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Will it pass, Moses? Will it pass?
That is God's promise in the children. Blessed art thou, Lord our God. Bring forth bread from the earth.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to Ben. Was he scared as a child? How about you, Mika? Did you watch this movie when you were like a child, young? And did those scenes ever get to you when the angel of death comes through the land? I thought they were so airy. That's the perfect word for it. It's airy.
Mm-hmm.
Who shall fall at thy side?
I Then Peter is my uncle.
Sure.
And thus, to all the Jewish friends out there who are watching, it's Passover right now.
Happy Passover.
Happy Passover.
This is the bread of feast. You will remember this night, generation to generation, forever. Oh, don't.
It's all around us.
But it passes those who have believed the Lord. Who would remember Eleazar? Passed over your
Eleazar.
Mhm.
Are the captains of Egypt afraid of a night mist? Cries everywhere. Some devil's curse, look!
I've known panic,
I'm glad I'm not alone, Mika.
not known
Mhm.
fear till tonight.
Aid. Have the captains join their men. The coming of dawn will strike. No firstborn Hebrew shall live.
This is so crazy to me. He was my son. It's crazy.
The Hebrews no great. We are wrong. Was your son?
My first
Mm. People don't get how deep that was. That whole scene right there. And then look at him, like, because you're begging him to let these people go, and now he lost his son. Like,
Mhm.
it's just the complexity. See, they just don't. I mean, I know this is based on real things, but just the writing that they don't get it, man. They don't get it.
Firstborn of Pharaoh.
We have no skill before this pestilence. My son.
All curses on him.
Where did you hear this?
And Moses.
I will not let these people go because your servants harden my heart. You only thought to keep Moses here. You cared nothing for my throne. Oh, my son.
I asked Moses.
Shadow of death is on his face.
You will not
Take my hostage, Jerry. Bring Moses to me.
I will bring him, mighty Pharaoh.
He's my only son.
Mhm.
Have come. Whatever slave of Egypt. You are safe from the Nile of the curse. Your shadow fell between me and my father. And I faint. Oh, my shadow now fills all rooms with death. Go out from among us, human. I set you free. It is not by your word, nor by my hand that we are free, then.
Look at Moses rubbing it in.
Our God is with us, not of your words. Make
Go.
your cattle your God and your pestilence.
Mm-hmm.
Make what spoils from Egypt you will, but go.
Go.
Oh Lord God, with a strong hand thou dost bring us out of bitter bondage.
Don't make me get 6 other men to chase you down
Free nation,
and become magnificent.
free man, shall reap
Ah, they can try. They'll get drowned too.
We
Mm-hmm.
will go with our young and with
And
our old,
are old.
our sons and with our daughters, with our flocks and with our herds. I know.
He's gone.
This is powerful right here.
He's dead.
So God, great Lord, I who have denied the gospel, bow before you now. Show that you have power above the God of Moses. Restore the life of this son. Guide back his soul across the lake of death. Face of living men. I will raise a temple mightier than yours. Hear me, dread Lord of darkness.
Dum. We getting up out of here. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. You know there was people down there. Let's go before they change their mind. Let's go. Pack it up.
Mm-hmm.
Behold the one of freedom!
Dum. I love it.
Some people were thinking, why are we going during the night after the angel of death passed?
Nah, you need some daylight.
And
And they need to see us leave.
a night of terror came a day such as the world had never seen. From east and west, from north and south, they came with all they had, driving their flocks and their herds and their camels before them. By tens, by hundreds, by thousands, unending streams of man and beast and burden, and even very much cattle, poured into the avenue of sphinxes, beneath the stone feet of the four colossal images of Ramesses, which their own sweat and blood and sinew had hewn from solid rock. A nation arose, and freedom was born into the world.
Hey, Father, have you got Rebecca?
No, I haven't got Rebecca. Here's the kneading cross. Sling it on your shoulder. This is up.
Where's Rebecca? Here's Rebecca.
Then kill him. And we can count.
Hey Mika, it reminds me of Steve Harvey when he did the Kings of Comedy. He says when they was talking about they was on the Titanic, he's like, "Man, pack that up. It's time to go. Let's get up out of here."
Anybody know the way? Way to the west. Freedom won't let you frozen in the desert. Here's your water can.
You cannot. Out. Out, all of you.
Why do soldiers come here? I put no blood on my door.
And stone, please.
That's where that walk all the way to. We're going. You know where we're going?
To hell, I hope.
Yeah. Oh, y'all believe in hell now?
They did not know where they were going. They cared no more than the flocks and herds they drove. Now they use the brick yokes to carry a very different burden. And there went forth among them planters of vineyards and sowers of seeds, each hoping to sit under his own vine and fig tree. Out of this glorious chaos, it is Joshua who brings order and purpose.
Set the standard of each tribe before all the people. Levites in the center. Judah to the right. Ephraim to the left. Go.
I can't believe they seen all them miracles, all them plagues. Then they get right down there and start doing what they was doing down there. Building calves. It's so disappointing.
Well, it's because they reverted back to the one thing that they knew.
Yep. Yeah, I get it. People are the same way today. But it's just like, damn, you've seen something that people long to see, that they'll never see in person. You know how they say, blessed are those who seen, but blessed are those who believe and never seen. They actually seen and they still backslid. You know, that's kind of sad. You seen water open up?
See his own land.
Wow.
Toils of Egypt.
Share the toils. Share this gold. Good boy. For the blind one.
So little gold you cast, grandfather. The coins.
An idol for idol worshippers.
Light your fires at night beside the tribal standards, where all may come to light their torches. Help me, Betty Joshua.
Eliezer, hang this on the wagon. Now the cradle.
Ben's funny though. The moment he'd have brought that news back, I'd have been like, let's get it, let's go. I'll see y'all in the morning. Then I'm getting a head start.
I have wagons for the midwives and physicians. Where should they be placed?
5,000 cubits, one.
Let your whip, Dave. I'll pay you back every last you gave me, Dave.
I'm joking.
Now, is this a day for us to have hard feelings?
I felt your whip.
Yes, every day.
Lemmy is no slave, Nathan. You can
Yep.
carry your own cart. Let her ride.
Ain't that something, Mika, though? And they just seen it, though. They just seen it.
We serve gold.
It reverted back so quickly.
Ho, ho, ho. Here, old woman.
Josh.
Make way for the governor.
You know who I am.
I know who you were, Lord Governor.
I go to serve the Pharaoh. Ramses, I'm coming back to my house. That rabble may follow Moses into the desert today. When their eyes are seared red by the sun, when their cramped lips bleed with thirst, when their stomachs cramped with hunger, they will curse
Henry,
the
what's up, man?
and I
It's going well, Henry. We're nearing the end. It's going well.
We're nearing the epic, the promo of the movie, the biggest scene.
So many. How shall I find thy road?
Glad you stopped by.
Yes. But it's wanted.
Yeah, thank you, Henry.
Moses. The people are assembled. Then let us go forth to the mountain of God. He may write his commandments in our minds and upon our hearts forever. We march, praising his mighty name.
Joshua, the word is given. Let the trumpet sound.
Hear, O Israel, remember this day when the strong hand of the Lord leads you out of bondage.
You gotta love how in the Bible it seems like Aaron might have made that announcement, but Moses
Yeah.
don't need no help in the movie. But I love it. I like this scene right here. These shots.
Yep.
Years in bondage, and today he won't move.
It's a sign of things.
My litter can carry him.
And poured out like water. My strength dried up into the dust of death.
We shall plant your victory in the new land.
Children shall eat of its fruit. Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
You have a strong new son.
And he brought forth the people with joy and gladness. He bore them out of Egypt as an eagle bears its young upon its wings. But again, Pharaoh's heart was hardened.
Mm-hmm.
How many more days and nights will you pray? Does he hear you?
Great Lord of darkness, are you not greater than the God of Moses? I have raised my voice to you, yet life has not come to the body of my son. Hear me.
He cannot hear you. Nothing but a piece of stone with the head of a bird.
You will hear me. I am Egypt.
Egypt. You are nothing. You let Moses kill my son. No God can bring him back.
It was.
What have you done to Moses? How did he die? Did he cry for mercy when you tortured him? Bring me to his body. I want to see it, Ramses. I want to see it.
A woman scorned.
You have been Pharaoh. You have ruled the world. Who mourns you now? Not even you. All you have become is Moses. You will not see his body. Drove him out of Egypt. Or fight the power of his God.
His God. Priests say that Pharaoh is a god, but you are not a god. You are even less than a man. Listen to me, Ramses. You thought I was evil when I went to Moses. And you were right. Shall I tell you what happened, Ramses? You spurned me like a strumpet in the street. I, Nefertari, queen of Egypt. All that you wanted from me, you would not even want. You hear laughter, Pharaoh? Not the laughter of kings, but the laughter of slaves on the desert.
She's still at it, man. Laughter. Throw her. Throw her.
My son, I shall build your tomb upon their crushed bodies. If any escape me, their seed shall be scattered and accursed forever. Mayama, walk out. Laughter.
She's like a snake, Mika, in his video right now.
Slaves into wails of torment. They shall remember the name of Moses. Only that he died under my chariot wheels.
Killed with your own hands.
Let the trumpet sound. Alert the watchtowers.
Hey, Roger, what's up?
Assemble all the chariots of the city gate. I obey. You're in thieves.
Batman ain't got nothing on his armor, Blue. Look how he putting it on. I like that.
Or even Iron Man.
Yeah.
Hey, Roger, how's it going, man?
You're supposed to be up here, Roger.
Bring it back to me. Stained with his blood.
I will.
Tell her, Ramses.
To mingle with your
To
own.
mingle with your own. Woo! I love that part. And she likes it. Look at her. She likes it. He told her, "I'm gonna kill you when I get back." Oh man. I know, Roger. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Arthur.
Movie's going good, Jagoda.
You know the movie's good, Dakota. You want to come up and join us for the last few? Or what? Don't feel pressured. Anybody that feels like they might want to come up for the last few, feel free. The link is in the chat.
Remember your firstborn. Death to the slaves. Death to their God.
That's a great scene. Look at that. That's nice. They talk about Lord of the Rings. I'd be like, look at that though.
Nowadays, stuff like this would be done CGI.
Just ain't the same. Look at the blue in his hat. I mean, look at the gold.
Um,
Like, oh man, the transfer is crazy.
this yeah, it's like they say, a lot of these older movies work a lot better on the 4K format.
Oh, it comes from the desert.
Hmm.
Says
It's a
wonder of
shame they're the ones that really stand out. They don't get their due.
Marion.
Hmm.
We talking about Marvel and Disney, and they're the least of the format. They do the bare minimum.
Warn the North Tents.
Yes, Mika. He's going to crush Moses under his chariot wheels, he says. I wonder how this is going to turn out.
Yeah, wonder.
That's Joshua's one.
All men to the path.
Or as they say, you let us out here to die. We have
There they go. Stone him. They always like that. Oh my God.
Children to the sea. Yourselves out. It's Maddox. Hear me. Can Maddox stop barrels? Will your little cars stop parrot chariots? You women, you want to see your men killed? Moses. Joshua, what is it? Pharaoh's chariot. I've ordered men to block the pass. How can we fight chariots?
Nothing can stop them.
Order the men to move back, Joshua. Back? Where? Into the sea? Into the hand of God. Deliverer. Yes, he has delivered you to death.
Yeah. Yo, that's Rev right there. For y'all in the community you don't know, that was Rev. Something he would do. Deliverer. He delivered you to death.
God of Moses is a poor general. Leave him no retreat.
Moses was a general. That's the funny thing.
He was.
10 times you have seen the miracles of the Lord, and still you
Well,
have no
and
faith. He's a false prophet.
and when Joshua took over, Joshua actually was a military leader
Mm-hmm.
for them.
And to Jericho we go.
What?
You talking about the story of Jericho when they
Yeah,
marched around it? Yeah.
yeah. Moses was their prophet, their priest leader,
Mm-hmm.
and Joshua became their war leader because they needed war to survive
Mm-hmm.
when they get to the promised land.
Yeah, when we were talking earlier, I just don't think people ever realized that Moses was, I mean, he he was a general. He was a prince. Like he led people to battle. He conquered places. A lot of people don't really realize that.
Hmm.
This is one of the reasons he was chosen to lead these people out because he knew how to do things like this. Well, similar to this.
You cannot reach the fire of God.
Hmm. The best part of the movie.
We must go with those speakers. Go where? Drown in the sea? How long will the fire hold Pharaoh back?
He's still doubting.
You shall see his chariots no more.
No more.
The Lord of hosts will do battle for us. Behold his mighty hand.
Amen.
One of the top AFI scenes of all time, right, done by the American Film Institute, right here.
Breathtaking. I like the scene of the women too, as it's happening. The three women. They're amazed.
God opened the sea with the blast of
His nostrils. See, Rev? I told you. That's Rev.
The water, it will be done. He opens the waters before them, and he bars our
Let
way
us
with
go.
water. Let us go from this place. Men cannot fight against a god.
Better to die in battle with a god
Let
than live
us
in shame.
insane. Ooh, that was crazy. I like that line.
Mm-hmm.
Then he chickens out though. He sends them in. You ever notice that now we weren't there, but just say that this was historically accurate and we're looking at it. Imagine that he blew the sea open and look how dry. He even made it dry as they're footing. Like it's not even muddy at the surface.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know. I just always looked at that detail like, wow.
You're
They
you're
walk.
talking an entire nation crossing in
Let's see.
sea.
The bottom.
Yeah.
Jesus. That's crazy. And people fail. See, this is a movie, but people fail to realize how big this nation truly was that he's behind Moses.
Mm.
Remember, they were so at one time they were so big they were outnumbering the Egyptians, and they were worried.
Yep.
So this is a lot of people. So how long did it take for them to get across this sea? Doesn't it say somewhere?
Yeah, I think it was. Let me take a look at that. Um, it doesn't really say. I mean, I remember seeing somewhere it was like, here we
I'm sure it
go.
was just an estimate, but yeah.
Yeah, it says. Okay, it says now it says 1420, and it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel. It was a cloud of and darkness to them. It gave them light by night to these, so that the one came not near the other all the night. It was still nighttime when the Egyptian armies tried to attack Israel on the banks of the Red Sea.
So for our listeners, how long is that?
It was the same night that it was shortly after the death of the firstborn, after the angel passed.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking this entire scene we're watching right here actually happened at night.
Mm-hmm.
Work for a butcher, not a pharaoh.
Which is more scary to cross that at night.
Bring
Mm-hmm.
Moses to me alive.
The Bible said God drove back the waters all that night. This seems to be some hours passage of time. It came to pass at the morning watch, the Lord looked into the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and the cloud and troubled the host of the Egyptians. So it's probably, they say the morning watch. So technically, when they crossed, it took them all night to cross, and the Egyptians came in into the morning.
Mm. So it took them a day, basically, almost,
Pretty
or
much.
a whole
I'd
night
say,
maybe.
I would say probably 8 to 10 hours.
Yeah. Wow. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how
Mm-hmm.
scared you would be to see waters being held up? I mean,
Yep.
some probably weren't scared if they truly believed who was with them. God was with them, and He's holding them back. But just imagine, like waters being held up all them hours, and you're walking through that. Sheesh.
The maximum width of the Red Sea is 355 kilometers. The maximum length is 2,250 kilometers. And the water of the Red Sea water volume is 233,000 kilometers cubed. So it has a surface area of about 174,000 square miles, which is 1,398 miles long, and is the widest point over 220 miles wide.
Mm.
Yep.
Look at Mika. Mika, you know your scripts, don't you? Miss Horapack with the scripts. I don't believe it. Gotta watch who you talking to.
Yep.
Thou didst blow with thy winds, and the sea covered them. Who is like unto thee, O Lord? From everlasting to everlasting, thou art God.
Mika is so interesting because I mean, factually, he drowned with them, but like just take the movie for fact and then just watch it as it's really happening. He stops and he sends his dudes, and he's talking all this mess about dying in war with the guy, and he sends his dudes, and I just always thought that was comical. He got scared at the last minute, but we all know he died with them. So, but I still like this choice they did for this movie. Can you imagine what happened to Egypt once you've drowned your king and your whole army? Now Egypt is open to be conquered.
Yep.
He didn't think like that.
But think about what happened with all the great nations of the world
Mm-hmm.
during this time. Egypt fell.
Here's the
Rome.
part.
Yeah.
Is God. Is
Wow. People that didn't grow up with this movie, y'all got to understand that little part there was important. They um
God. And Moses
they
led
wanted to make that known. You know, that's the reason they let him live for the movie to say that. Really.
upon the holy
Yeah.
mount. And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mountain, they gathered
Yeah,
themselves.
D-Ray, that'd be cool. Maybe we'll all get together and go see it. That's when we'll all hang out finally.
40 days and 40 nights. Yes, by the will of God. Who knows the will of God? Do you?
Yeah,
Why?
Mika.
What you said, his grieving wife. She came back among us to find a husband. He's dead. Even she cannot hope that he lives.
Moses went up into the forbidden ground to receive God's law.
Yes, but he's not returned.
Oh my God, for real?
We sympathize. Will sympathy lead us to this land flowing with milk and honey? No, we have no leader. Don't be fools. Moses will return.
What a God who's shown you such wonders. Let Moses die before his work is done.
For his mother. So beautiful is the hope of a mother.
They let this little weasel get them killed.
What will become of your
Now y'all
children?
gotta wander for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine that though? They were literally walking in circles. Wow.
You know what it is?
Yeah, because from the Red Sea to where the promised land was, it was just like maybe a day's hike. They said.
Where could I bring you except
And God was really mad. He made them do
Well,
that.
it was 40 years because there would have been a generation that left Egypt was dead.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, just like from a detail aspect, like it's like
Yeah.
less than a day's hike, and he made
Yeah.
them wander for 40 years. He was
Yeah.
pissed,
Mhm.
rightfully so, I guess. I think his mother is an unsung hero. I don't remember her name, the lady that portrays the role, but I think she is with screen time she has. She is really good, and I've always loved her character. His Egyptian mother, should I say?
Hmm.
And this is PG, guys. They were probably doing something wild down there when Moses came back.
From the burning bush, O Lord, you charged me to bring the people to this holy mountain, to behold your glory and receive your law. What have I left undone?
Hmm.
Uh, Thou shalt not have these smartphones. What if he said that?
And they overlaid the image with pure gold, and
Let me not say that.
and smoothed it with the hammer, ready to be graven by cunning art and man's device. And he fastened it with nails, that it should not move.
Hmm.
And he that smote the anvil did beat the molten gold into thin plates, for they
Yep.
had gathered their treasure into the midst of the furnace, and did blow the fire upon it to melt it. And they adorned themselves in rich apparel and costly array, with veils of blue and purple and scarlet, and fine twined linen wrought in Egypt.
And
And the
still
women
books and slip covers.
from Midian into new wine.
Just kidding.
But and they're wasting everything that they needed to survive
Just
during
the
this.
party for a few days. Hmm. Dun dun dun.
Starting with the fifth one, if you don't believe, it's a good set of rules, starting with number 5 to live by.
I got a challenge for you, Ben. I bet you won't do it.
What?
You won't type or paste the Ten Commandments in the chat. You won't.
What was that?
You won't either type or copy and paste his commandments in the chat, live chat. Will you? You up to the challenge?
Saying, "This be our God, O Israel."
Are you mourners of Moses afraid to face the new God of gold?
They were as children who had lost their faith. They were perverse and
Is
crooked,
BINBUSTER handing out certificates for Sunday school at the end of this? Did I graduate?
afraid of wickedness, and drank the wine of violence. And they did evil in the eyes of the Lord. And the people cried, "The graven image hath brought us joy." And they worshipped the golden calf, and sacrificed unto it.
Here is your sacrifice!
Boom. So the IG models is out. Yeah, so stop jacking my content. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stop hating.
Like I said, the last five, from 5 to 10,
Hmm.
if you're not a believer, is a set of rules that everyone should live by.
Morals
Yeah,
for
morals.
those, yeah, that don't believe. I don't know how you don't believe, but that's to each their own. But okay, for y'all, that's a good thing been put out there. So did you do it, Ben? Did you do the challenge?
It's in the chat.
What? I can't see the chat. Wait a minute. Let me check it out.
Yeah, Jared. Yeah, Jared. This is a very good movie on 4K.
You gonna give me that code, Jerry? I'm coming for it.
Yep. I agree, D-Ray. I agree.
You shall not
They're
have no
wondering
other gods before, no graven images. Don't misuse the name of God. Remember the Sabbath. Honor your father and mother. Don't kill. Don't commit adultery. Don't steal. Don't covet anything that belongs to thy neighbor.
Cast up mire and dirt.
Can I add something?
Comedians
Facts.
cleaned and were viler than the earth. And there was rioting and drunkenness. They had become servants of sin. And there was manifest all manner of
You
uncleanness
got to wonder what was going through the minds of those people that weren't participating
and
in this.
lasciviousness, uncleanness, idolatry and rioting, vanity and wrath. And they were filled with iniquity and vile affections. And Aaron knew that he had brought them to shame. Abiram, Korah, find the sacrifice of the Lord, even unto the horns of the altar.
But D-Ray, do we expect anything less for it to look beautiful on 4K?
I mean, it's a testament to what they can do.
The light of
Yeah.
God shone upon Moses. Do not kneel to me, Joshua. These tablets of stone, writing of God, His 10 Commandments. There is a noise of war in the camp. It is not the noise of war. It is the noise of song and revelry.
They went crazy, Ben. They couldn't get their slipcovers. I'm just
No,
joking, guys. They might take that
it,
serious.
it's Black Friday.
Oh, exactly.
Joshua!
Woe unto thee, O Israel! You have sinned a great sin in the sight of God. You are not worthy to receive these 10 Commandments.
You cursed us, Aaron. They're gonna put it back on Aaron.
They're gathered against you, Moses. You take too much upon yourself. You will not live by your commandments. Free.
There is no
Yeah.
freedom without the law.
Whose law? Yours? Did you carve those tablets to become a prince over us?
He is a prince over y'all.
The Lord's side. Let him come to me.
Yeah, he did Aaron like that. That's crazy.
He shows you no land going with Mr. Money. I show you a god of gold. Come with me. Follow me. Blasphemers, idolaters, for this you shall drink bitter waters. God has set before you this day his laws of life and good and death and
It's a beautiful picture, Mika.
those who will not live by the law.
Oh, that cracks me up. It's like he's wielding a weapon. Mm.
And the Lord's anger was kindled against Israel.
After threatening Aaron to do what they wanted.
Would keep his commandments or no. He made them wander in the wilderness 40 years, until all the generation that had done evil in the sight of the Lord was consumed. But Moses' eye was not dim, nor his natural force abated. And he went up from the plains of Moab unto the mountain of Nebo, and the Lord showed him all the land that was beyond the river Jordan.
The Lord was angry with me because I disobeyed him by the orders of strife. He said unto me, behold the new land with thine eyes. Thou shalt not cross over this river Jordan.
And I shall stay.
I am calling it on the Lord says,
Look, Moses. People have come to the river Jordan. The ark holding the law you brought. You taught them not to live by bread alone.
Not just the tablets. Aaron's cloak that Aaron's rather blossomed.
Say that again.
But not just the tablets in there, but Aaron's rod that blossomed too.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever notice that they bring Joseph with them?
I charge you with strength. You shall go over Jordan to lead the people. It's going to be in my house. Aaron, give me the books. Eleazar, set these 5 books in the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah.
By the tablets of the 10 Commandments. Lord, restore us.
The first 5 books of the Bible. For those of you that didn't know, the first 5 books of the Bible.
They got to take it with them everywhere they go.
Then liberty throughout all the land, unto all the inhabitants thereof.
Amen. Great movie. I can't tell you how I actually held back some excitement. I love this movie, y'all.
So it was written, so it shall be done.
So let it be written, so let it be done. That's a nice touch. Which was something I always said as a kid, because this movie was always around.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, believe it or not, before you saw the restoration credits, the movie just ended. All the credits were before. I love that aspect. These older movies like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
So
it's
I
so
just want.
funny. As a kid, I didn't like that though. Like, remember how they used to roll the credits in when on the intro to movies? I just didn't like that as a kid. It
I
doesn't bother
just
me now
no. Yeah.
because you know why? You know why I think it bothered us is because it felt like the intros were super long to movies
Yeah.
because they were rolling the whole credit.
But
But
I
yeah, we
also
just
think it
watched.
helped out the scores a lot more too.
Yeah. Well, they
So
had to have that score play to had to keep their attention so long with just words.
yeah,
Hmm.
I just want to
We
say thank you to everyone who joined off and on throughout the night. Thanks everyone. This is a great movie. Everyone who Cal for coming up here, Mika for being in the
watching
chat,
along.
watching
Yes.
along with me. You two guys are you two are amazing. Thank you. I kind of figured I wouldn't get much people watching all the
Hmm.
way along with me because of the length of the movie, but the fact that
Yeah.
it's a classic too that
Hmm.
drives some people away. That's what this whole live stream is going to be about. Coming soon, I'm going to do a monthly live stream called the Classic Collection Movie Night, where I'm going into my collection and I'm going to pull out a classic movie and watch it with you guys. So
Round of applause for Ben. That's excellent.
yeah,
That's
well,
really cool. That's good
because
news.
not many people know about these classic movies, so if so,
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, and then some of them know we know it by name, but we never really watched it or just seen a piece.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh yeah, I've heard of that movie, but I've never seen it. Hmm.
Right. You get a lot of that. Or then you get the people that just take it the extra mile and act like they've seen it and they've never watched it. But
Thanks, Mika.
thank you,
Thanks,
Mika,
Mika.
for coming past, man. Your support was very well recognized and that was so awesome. I
Yeah,
was amazed that you were here so long and that you knew, I could see that you were a fan of the
yeah,
movie and you know your scripts and you learn stuff about people every day by just the way they
you
talk.
do.
And
And doing something
I
like
don't know.
this, you learn about a lot more people, those who would actually sit here, watch it with you, and either bring stuff into the conversation like you two guys did, or
Hmm.
they learn about people in the chat by talking back and
Yeah,
forth.
exactly.
So,
Because the things that D-Ray said, the few things he said, I didn't know. So now, I have a
yeah,
different perspective. And those, I'm not trying to shame you guys that didn't show up, but those that did at least stop in and say hello.
yeah,
I appreciate you guys coming through. I appreciate Ben for inviting me up, man. It's just, I wish we could have showed the movie on the screen, man. I get giddy
yeah.
for this movie, guys.
I wish, but
Yeah, but it is what it is, man. Happy
I just hope
Passover.
hearing it. I just hope hearing it makes people want to pick it up and watch it.
Yeah, man, you made me want to have the steelbook. It's a shame I don't have the steelbook.
It's a nice one. I mean, I'll post that on Instagram for all those.
Yeah, you know what is nice as the steelbook is though. Something about that original artwork on that slipcover from because
Yeah,
growing up seeing that tape, that VHS tape, it's just
yeah.
that's where it's at for me.
The red, the red tape with him with the shepherd's hat on. Yeah,
On the
the
side,
shepherd's hat.
yeah, yeah, I saw that not too long ago, and you know what? I would never get rid of that VHS. I don't care how dated the format would ever become. That's just it's a collector's piece at this point. It's a marking of time and childhood for me. But happy Passover to everybody, Resurrection Day, Easter,
Happy
however you
Passover.
celebrate it.
Happy
Thank you
Easter.
guys. Also, too, guys, I had to push back. I don't want to self promote too much, but I had to push back the recommend 10 because I talked to a couple people that's going to take part of it, and they weren't able to make it for the timing I wanted to drop it because I was going to announce it yesterday, and then you would have seen as it would have done. So I just pushed the announcement back just until this sometime this week, just so because after I announce it, I want to have it very soon after. So I had to push it back so you guys were so everybody that I need to be there could at least make it. So I'll be contacting a couple more people to see if they're able to still make it, but surely it's coming. Appreciate you guys, man. Hope you have a great holiday.
Oh, awesome, Mika. I'm glad your sister came too as well.
Uh-oh. So we really did get the twins. We got the double horror pack in here. We really did get
We
them both.
did.
I didn't
We
know.
did. We did.
Well, thanks,
And all
sis.
the
We
conversation as
appreciate you
well as
too.
you guys discussed about the film. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
And also too, we got to say, Mika, her podcast, her and her sister's
Yeah.
podcast is it's really cool. I checked out the first two episodes and it's awesome. You guys should definitely if we can, well, Mika, if you can, drop your link and
Yeah.
for the people if you have it.
Drop it down below. I will actually put it into the description of the video for you, Mika. So
Yeah, that's a good time over there. You get to learn more about the twins, and just it's nice to not. I mean, because movies are cool, but it's also nice to get to learn things. Because in watching this movie, I learned things about you guys. So you
mhm.
know.
Yep.
So what's the plans,
So
Ben? I see you got that big announcement. Anything else?
besides coming up this month, I have one more video at the. I think that's the end of this month.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have one more coming up Wednesday on the 20th. And
20th.
then maybe on the 27th or the 4th will actually be my big Sandra Bullock collection video. So
We've been
look for.
waiting.
I know you guys have been waiting. I've been trying to figure out how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know.
I
I'm just
might,
letting you know. I'm here for it.
I might actually do something like this.
Oh yeah.
Do a live
We
stream. Yeah,
we might see. We might see. Uh-oh. I look forward to it. I like me some Sandy. He bring it out of me,
yeah.
guys. I never was all out front with it, but I love me some Sandy.
Huck's the same way. Huck like Sandy too. He loved the fact that I have her entire filmography. So
Yeah, you can't be the only one claiming Sandy. That's what it is. I think now everybody's like, hey, I like Sandra Bullock too. I went to see The Lost City, you know. But did you like
yeah,
that Lost City?
it was good. It was good.
It was good. Was it? Did you give me this? Was it what you expected, or did you expect a little more? What?
It was kind of what I expected. Like the funny parts that you see in the trailer are in the movie, but there's still a lot more funny parts, so they don't show you everything.
All right. Is that a top 3 movie this year for you, or no?
Oh, top 3 this year?
Yeah.
I mean, I've only really seen 3 movies thus far this year in
Oh
theaters.
wow. Wow.
Well,
Okay. So
you're
what are
talking
those?
Scream, the Batman,
Scream.
and Lost City.
Okay. I seen the Batman. Batman was
Yeah.
great. But there's other places to get these movies. You know, is that a commandment? Should I not break the streaming law? um, but yeah,
So
been looking forward to it. Yes, we all are.
yes,
But I'll wind it down. Like I said, guys. Thank you very much. I'll let Ben do his thing, and thanks for having me, Ben, and thank everybody
You're
who
welcome.
was here.
You're welcome, Cal. I'm just gonna go like this and click there for right now. I just want to thank everyone for watching. For all those that stayed during this almost 4-hour runtime, thank you. You guys are amazing. For everyone that came, said hello, stayed for a few minutes and left, you guys are also amazing. As Cal said, I'm right here on YouTube and Instagram. I usually hang out with Cal, Jerry, D-Ray, Jagoda in the Instagram live streams there. Check us out. All those guys do great content on Instagram or here on YouTube. Check out Mika and her sister's podcast. Mika, drop that link down here, and I will link it up into the description so that way it's on there so everyone can take a look at that. And good night, guys. Happy Easter. Happy Passover. Remember, commandments are rules that we need to live by. See you guys.
Salute.
Bye.